FX.
2 words. Yeehaw.
Busch Series Racing's top drivers take on NASCAR's most treacherous mile. Busch Series Racing, presented by Yamaha. Coming up next, accelerate with NASCAR on FX.
A picturesque sunset in South Carolina. FX taking you back to the future here at Darlington Raceway. NASCAR's oldest speedway echoes fast cars and strong memories, fueled by guys like Fireball Roberts, the Silver Fox, David Pearson, hometown hero Cale Yarborough, and so many others. Tonight, the track Too Tough to Tame welcomes Tony Stewart, Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick, and a bopper crop of fresh faces. It's Busch Series Racing here on FX. From the Hollywood Hotel in the northeast section of South Carolina here in Darlington, it's grassroots racing under the lights with Jeff Hammond, former crew chief Chris Myers. This unique track, egg-shaped oval. Nice to have the egghead with us, and I kid because I care.
Don't go there. You mean bumper crop.
Bumper crop.
There you go.
And bumper cars. We'll see some of that.
Right.
When they talk about, Jeff, earning your stripes here in the Darlington stripe, for some drivers, does it feel like a prison stripe a little bit?
Oh, no, definitely not. When it comes to Darlington and getting the Darlington stripe, it's a badge of honor. That's something you're able to accomplish by going up there and getting so close to that wall to go put down that fast lap, but not doing enough damage to your race car to keep it from being competitive.
Now, we have 5 rookies in this race, but Mark Martin, the veteran, more Busch Series wins than anybody else. He's won here 8 times. Why does he keep running in a race like this when we're going to see him again tomorrow night?
Chris, I look at Darlington a lot like Mount Everest. Why do you want to climb Mount Everest? Because it's there and it's a challenge. Darlington's the same way. Good race car drivers, they want to win at this racetrack because it is so challenging. It is so historical, and you feel like you've really accomplished something because this is definitely where man and machine really come together.
And the machine's rolling. Qualifying held earlier today here in South Carolina for Carl Edwards. Some problems here in the 60 car, just that light brush of the wall, some problems that forced him, after he would have qualified for second, he now goes to the back of the pack. So on the pole here is Denny Hamlin, and he is standing by with our Dick Bergman.
Well, so far so good. You start on the pole. How close are you going to run to the wall tonight?
I don't know. I usually don't run that close to the wall. I usually run the middle of the track, 3 and 4. So if I'm going to hit it, it's probably going to be on 1 and 2. But Rockwell Automation Chevy's running really good and had a great qualifying effort. We'll see what it does in the race.
How's the hand?
Really good. It definitely is getting better with every day. So we'll be totally 100% here in about a week or so.
All right. Good luck to you tonight.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dick Bergman. And Denny Hamlin, of course, the stitches in his hand last week. He's run well here at this track. In fact, he talks about this being a place that kind of helped his career, launched it a couple of years ago. What do you expect from him tonight?
Oh, I think he'll do extremely well here. Again, this is a racetrack, and he's so finesseful. I think Denny has a great feel for the race car, and I think tonight we'll see some more of that as far as that's concerned. But you go back and talk about how he got his ride as far as Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs told him if he ran well and finished in the top 10 here a couple years ago, he could get him a solid ride, and he'd put him in that Busch car. Well, he did that, and now he's driving at number 20 full-time.
Casey Kane starts 3rd in this race. He's on the pole again for the Cup race tomorrow night, and he's coming off, I guess, disappointment in Talladega. Thought he had a good car last week. Should have done a little bit better. I think we'll see a good run from him tonight.
Oh, definitely so. I think at Ray Evernham and that entire team, they really come together with their Busch program and get stronger, whether it's either Scott Riggs driving it or Casey Kane. It doesn't seem to matter. That race car is very competitive, and I think tonight he'll be up front again, challenging a lot of these guys.
We're counting it out of the race here on FX, and we return Jeff Burton, who has tamed the track Too Tough to Tame, has battled some of these drivers to do that 4 times in his Busch career, a couple of times in his Cup career. He'll join us here in the Hollywood Hotel. Nice to have you with us for NASCAR on FX.
Rescue Me premieres Tuesday, May 30th at 10 on FX.
The Busch 200 on FX is presented by Star Motorcycles.
And we welcome you back here at FX to Darlington Raceway here in South Carolina, where you earn your stripes. The Lady in Black, always a challenging test for drivers like Jeff Burton, who has been able to tame this track, whether it's been in the Busch or the Cup Series. And nice to have him with us here. Hey, Jeff, thanks for being with us.
Hey, it's great to be here.
Yeah, but before you ask the first question, pretty lame burnout, my friend.
Where's that?
On our
Well,
tape
first
right
of all, I don't do burnouts.
Is that the reason why?
All I was
saving on
trying to do
tires
is turn
or what?
around. No, because Harry Gant didn't do them, so I don't need to be doing them. That's the way I figured.
All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, here we go. See, right there.
All I was trying to do is get turned around. Alan Kowicki was a hero of mine. He was just a remarkable driver and remarkable car owner, and just did a great job. And I kind of, whenever I win, I do the Polish victory lap and honor him. I never really knew him, but he's just such a, the things he did, I have a lot of respect for. And so I'm not a burnout kind of guy.
But you're not a snowflake doing this right here, or climbing the fences. So you just
no. Well, and in all honesty, I hadn't won enough to really do a whole lot of anything.
You'll worry about that when you get there. But you have had success on this track. So what does it take to win here?
Well, I think it takes a lot of things. I think you've got to be really aggressive. I know that sounds backwards of what people think, but if you're going to run well at this racetrack, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to go after it. Now, obviously, you got to be smart, and you've got to be one step on this side of being safe. But if you're going to run fast here, you got to attack this racetrack. You got to know when to attack it, and you got to do it at the right time of the race. This is one of those racetracks that it gets faster and faster as the night gets on. You've got to be able to go fast when it counts.
But I've also seen you challenge this racetrack, almost beat it and not win, but I saw you challenge it one time and get a little bit of a lucky break at the same time. In 1999, here you were leading the race. You get into the wall, man. You get wrecked.
We led so many races here and didn't win, and then
look at the race car.
Yeah, it was pouring down raining right there, and we got in a wreck, and the race car is killed. And I rode around for 2 laps, and look at it, it's pouring down rain. I rode around for 2 laps, and if the race goes back green, we're dead. We're going to finish 30th, but it doesn't. We win the race.
So how about looking at the field tonight? Some of the guys that you think will do well or be patient enough to be around the finish?
I think it's the normal cast of guys. I mean, if you look at who's been running well in the Busch Series, that's who's going to run well today. I think the guys that have a really good chance, obviously Ryan Newman's going to run well, Tony Stewart's going to run well, Harvick coming from the back. Matt Kenseth is really, really good here. I mean, good gosh, the field's packed. I mean, Matt Kenseth in a Busch car here and Mark Martin in a Busch car here, their records speak for themselves. Those are guys you have to look at as favorites, but I wouldn't want to pick one, but those, if I had to, I'd have to take probably Kenseth.
I think more the appropriate question may be, how many people will be taken out by the track tonight? How many is the lady going to get?
It's going to get some. I can guarantee you. But we drive the race cars. The racetrack doesn't drive the race car. What happens is, you're running along, everything's good, and you go try to get another 1/10 or another 2/10 of speed, boom, you hit the wall, and it shortens your night. We saw it in qualifying. I mean, it's so easy to get in the wall here because you have to run hard. If you just ride around and try not to wreck, you're going to run 30th. You've got to run hard.
Yeah, and you have run hard all year for Richard Childress Racing. As a driver for Richard Childress, one of Jeff's teammates, Clint Boyer. Clint driving the 2 car in this race, a number he's familiar with. Second in the point standings last year, second this year, and in his career he's won 2 Busch races. But when it comes to wanting to win at Darlington, Clint believes he's second to none, and Steve Burns is standing by. Steve?
Thank you, Chris. We're backstage at driver intros, and Clint, your teammates are in the win column this year. How about you? Could you do it here at this tough racetrack? You said that you were intimidated when you first came here.
Well, we're hungry for one. I tell you what, we've led some laps and had pretty good equipment, but haven't been able to seal the deal. AC Delco Chevrolet is pretty good tonight, and we'll see if we can get it handled.
You said this track went from intimidating to fun. What makes it fun?
Oh, just respecting the track, first of all, but, just running up on the outside of the, that close to the wall, just so unique from any other racetrack we go to. And, hey, it's Darlington. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun.
Good luck, Clint.
Thanks, Steve and Clint. Jeff, we'll talk about Clint in a moment. Let's look at where he is, trailing Kevin Harvick, who has the largest lead after 11 races in the history of the Busch Series. It's more than a 300-point lead, although Kevin's driven 3 different cars this year. His children's car, he's won 3 of the last 4 Busch Series races. But before we talk about your teammate, Clint Bowyer, how about the point system in Busch? Would you like to see them adopt something like in Cup where they have a chase? Would you like to have them separate some of the Busch Series guys and the Cup guys?
You know, I like the chase. I really do. I think the chase works well. Even though they're my teammates, I got a little bit of a problem with a Cup regular winning the Busch Championship. So I think there has to be some kind of way that you have to run all the races. Now, you know, Kevin Harvick and Clint Bowyer and all those guys, if they win the championship, they deserve it because they're running all the races. But if you're going to contend for the win, I think the chase works great and will work great in the Busch Series, but you have to attempt to run every race. I think that should be something that you know would be in the rules. If you don't attempt to make every race, then you can't advance.
I'll tell you right now, as we take a look at one of the guys who's been kind of challenging for a win right now, where do you draw that line at, though, Jeff, as far as, you know, who can and who cannot?
All right, well, if we're going to talk about that, we need more time.
I know that,
I'm going to tell you right now.
You kind of opened that can of worms. I was kind of surprised that you said that, dear, because it has been an ongoing deal. And like Tony Stewart says, if you want to race, you should be able to race. And like I say, run all the races. It's okay.
That's right. Here's what I think. I think if you look at the Cup lineup, it's hard to have sympathy for the Busch drivers when the Cup lineup is full of Busch drivers that used to be in the Busch Series. Now they're Cup drivers. They got a chance to run the Cup Series because of the success they had in the Busch Series competing against the Cup guys. I'm a perfect example of that. I had the chance to compete against Mark Martin. Jack Roush looked at me and said, every now and then Jeff Burton can run with Mark Martin. Maybe that guy can do it. I got a chance because I had a chance to race against Mark Martin. Have no sympathy for the Busch guys. I have sympathy for the Busch car owners. It's harder for them. We've got to find a way to help the Busch car owners get more practice. I think that we ought. I think if you're a Cup team or a Cup driver, you should be limited in the number of practices, minutes of practice that you have. We should give the Busch guys another set of tires to practice with and let them use the whole practice. You're really limited on the amount of practice you can get because we're limited on tires. Give them another set of tires they can practice on. Let them try to close that gap up to help the car owners obtain sponsors and run businesses.
Good idea. And we have 17 drivers that will also be in the Cup race tomorrow that are in this race tonight. More with Jeff Burton. And when we come back, we'll check in with Kevin Harvick. He took Richmond last Friday, but on Saturday, after marching toward the front, lost the Battle of the Pits.
Who's he talking to?
Yeah. Kenny trying to call you?
The human rain delay. He's still talking from last week. We'll be back in a moment.
I want to live like you again, Charlie. I want to be pathetic and desperate and ugly and hopeless.
I'm not ugly.
This is the change that I've been looking for. I want to move in with you.
Are you out of your damn mind, man?
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
I'll pay your rent for 6 months.
12.
6.
10.
6.
9.
4.
6.
Deal.
Ah!
Sunny premieres Thursday, June 29th at 10, only on FX.
Not long ago, cable didn't even exist. Now, cable brings us new, innovative fiber optic technology each day, not each decade.
Ugly! 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 You make me sick! Whoa, your socks stink! Whoa!
Wicked fast. That's Comcast high-speed internet. Sign up for Comcast high-speed internet today and download whatever you want faster than ever before. At wickedly quick speeds, it's way faster than DSL and dial-up. Sign up today and start doing more things online faster. Just call 1-888-COMCAST. Comcast high-speed internet. It's Comcastic.
Comcast Digital Voice is rolling into your town and bringing you a better choice in home phone service. Let the celebration begin. Comcast Digital Voice. It's Comcastic.
Wednesday Brave Marlins game. Michael Waltrip throwing out the first pitch and watch here. This is just a bit outside. Michael is actually throwing to Chipper Jones, who made the catch. That wasn't.
We are athletes.
That wasn't a Kurt Busch pitch. He was purposely throwing to Chipper Jones. But if you watch Jeff, even Billy the Marlin, the mascot, who was the catcher, the face of him afterwards, his expression was priceless. He couldn't believe that the pitch. Here, watch. Look at the reaction from. He's stunned. He's stunned. But Chipper Jones did catch that on the other side. All right.
I told you we were athletes. I told you.
You always talk about that. Last week at Richmond, Kevin Harvick threatened the weekend sweep, winning the Busch race, but his Cup didn't run it over after he led 272 of 400 laps on Saturday night. But it was Friday night. He was on a roll all the way to victory lane.
Kevin Harvick is on a roll right now.
They want to know. Oh, when you're hot, you're hot. Since they want to know. It's the formula on. Oh, now let's go.
Kevin Harvick, 3 wins, 8 top 5s, and 10 top 10s.
They want to know.
Harvick.
Down on the grid with Kevin Harvick. Now he holed the oil pan in practice, forcing the team to make an engine change, which means you go to the back. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult Darlington going from the back to the front?
Well, it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world, but hopefully our United States Coast Guard Chevrolet is good and we can take our time and get up through there somewhat methodically. It's just, I think it's going to be up to that crazy guy behind the helmet, so we don't know what to do with him.
Really? Medication or something maybe?
I think he needs more than medication. He's got some serious mental issues.
I think a lot of people may agree with that. Now you've got Bernie Lamar, rookie in this race. What was the biggest piece of advice you gave him?
Well, I think the biggest thing is quit hitting the wall.
Did that about 3 times in practice.
Yeah, he's hit the wall 3 times, and his Dollar General Chevrolet is hard to read now. So hopefully we can just get him through the first part of the race and just get him some laps, and that's the most important thing. Tough on the rookies to just come here, show up, and race.
313-point lead going into tonight's race. Chris?
All right, thanks, Matt and Kevin. And I was going to say, you've won from the pole here, Jeff. So both Kevin Harvick, as you mentioned at the top, Carl Edwards, they have to try to do this tonight from the back of the pack. So what should we look for, especially given the skills those drivers have?
Well, they're going to go hard. They're going to have to go hard. This is a relatively short race, only 200 miles. You've got to go. You can't sit around and wait. Maybe a little bit of pit strategy. If caution comes at 10 laps or something in a race, I wouldn't be surprised to see them hit pit road, put tires on. I know you're limited in the number of tires you have in the Busch Series, but you've got to get all you can. One thing about the Busch Series, it's much easier to get to 20th in the Busch Series than it is in the Cup Series, but when you get to about 15th, it's going to start to get harder. So I don't think they're in a major panic, but they're going to have to go because this is a short race.
Okay, what about last week? You mentioned the pits. How about your situation up here at Richmond with the pits?
Well, that didn't work out for us too well.
Didn't work out too good.
You know, we had a great car last week. We really had a great chance to win the race, and we just got on pit road when we shouldn't have. Obviously, the light is sitting there flashing red. You know, what happened was NASCAR opened pit road, and Spotter said pit road's open, pit this time. And then Scott Miller, my crew chief, he and I started talking about. You can see other people trying to pit too.
Yeah.
Scott Miller and I were talking about the car. Well, so we're talking on the radio. The Spotter never heard the pits were closed again. I've gotten into the really bad habit of not looking at the light. I just listen. They say it's open. I'm coming on pit road. We just messed up. I mean, there's nothing else to say. But you got to keep in mind, there's so many things going on. You know, our pit crews work so hard to have good pit stops. If you leave a half a car length between you and the car in front of you, you can't beat that guy out of the pits. They're on you about getting on pit road hard. They're on you about, you know, making stuff happen, getting on pit road. And I've just got in the habit of not even looking at the light. And, you know, Mark Martin and I had a conversation, and we just, you know, they opened it, and then at the last minute they closed it, and I just never heard it. And it's not my Spotter's fault. I'm the safety net. I'm the last guy that looks at it, but we all messed it up together.
Yeah, but I'm glad to hear you say that because, again, folks, I'll tell you, as a crew chief, that's one of the things you got to be real careful about because you're on a short track. You're trying to make decisions real quick. Get your pit crew ready, make those air pressure adjustments, and if anything kind of gets jumped track, all of a sudden you can have those kind of mistakes. And it's not really anybody's fault. It's just it's the heat of the battle.
And when you're going to have it, it's when you're running well. If we would have been 20 laps down, that would have never happened. You know, we were the fastest car on the race after that pit stop. We had a great chance to win that race. We messed it up.
Tomorrow you'll start 20th on Fox, the Cup race here. What's it been like as you have blended in with Richard Childress Racing, having a guy like Kevin Harvick as a teammate?
You know, Kevin's been really good. I mean, you know, Kevin obviously is a guy that is very competitive. He's a guy that wants to win and wants to win right now. We have.
You missed that.
I'm glad. I saw it. I wish I hadn't seen it.
Don't look, Ethel.
But Kevin wants to win, and he wants to win right now, and that's a good thing. And I think Kevin he and I have been a good mix. You know, he's talked to me. I've talked to him. We've tried to make things better. You know, Clint's a great. I mean, to be honest, I am extremely happy being a teammate with both of those guys. We're working very well together, and I think we're headed in the right direction.
All right, we appreciate you stopping by. You can hang around, watch a little bit from the Hollywood Hotel.
I'm always good at watching a race.
Always, always to get your insights. Jeff will be in action tomorrow night. You'll see that on Fox tomorrow night. Tonight it's FX. Denny Hamlin is on the pole, and we'll get you started here. 200 miles in just a moment.
Rescue Me returns Tuesday, May 30th, only on FX. Before the new season begins, go to AOL.com/rescue-me to catch an all-new comedy short.
A wolf that had like saliva pouring out of its mouth, and it was like...
Nicorette presents Win the Battle. 1984 Firecracker 400. A wreck with 3 laps to go means this is it.
This will be the race back to the start-finish line, and this could be for all the marbles.
They race back to the checkers. The lap car head. Petty White down to the apron. They're side by side.
They are door-to-door in the dog leg.
The King prevails to win his 200th race at the tender age of 47.
200th career NASCAR victory.
You're never too old to beat Smokey. Win the battle, one craving at a time with Nicorette.
Yeah, let me hear it.
We say hit, you say stop.
Kate and Tim don't know the score. Greg does. He got his credit score from freecreditreport.com. Don't be like them. Get the score. Log on to freecreditreport.com to get your free credit score and report, and you'll be entered for a chance to win an honorary crew chief position with Greg Biffle at a 2007 NASCAR Series race. No purchase necessary to enter or win. See website for details. Free credit score and report with enrollment in Triple Advantage.
Here are your Fanatics grill platters.
Oh, yeah. Beef, pork, ribs, vegetable medley. Sausage! That's what I'm talking about.
Meat lovers rejoice. It's Friday's new Meat Fanatics grill menu featuring our flat iron steak, now just $8.99 for a limited time. Everyone could use more Fridays.
Previously on Circle of Trust.
I didn't say anything when Rhonda took my lipstick, ate my peanut butter, and stole my boyfriend. But today, she tried to sign me up for Net Zero. I hate them. My Netscape has unlimited internet access and free web accelerator for just $9.95 a month. You know, Net Zero charges you every time you call for tech support. That's crazy. She's crazy.
Get Netscape. Sign up today.
Glad to have you with us from Darlington, South Carolina. FX ready to take you racing here. Before we see egos and engines collide, let's head trackside for opening ceremonies.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as the Color Guard Civil Air Patrol presents our nation's colors. Please remain standing as Harold King of Darlington Raceway delivers tonight's invocation.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, along with thousands of race fans assembled in this historic racetrack and across the nation, we acknowledge your presence here tonight and give you thanks. We seek your blessings and divine protection upon the drivers, and please give peace to those that support them. We ask you, O Lord, to place your spiritual and physical shield around our armed forces as they protect our freedom. We offer this prayer in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming loudmouth entertainment artist Eddie Bush as he performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's hear it, race fans, for Eddie Bush.
A beautiful night for racing here in South Carolina. It's Mother's Day weekend. We're about to go 200 miles, 147 laps. Denny Hamlin on the pole. Mark Martin, Tony Stewart among those drivers in action. NASCAR on FX straight ahead.
You know, NASCAR Day is coming up on May 19th. That's right, NASCAR's very own federal holiday. So enjoy the day off.
Mr. Farrell?
Yeah.
You don't get the day off. It's not a federal holiday.
Who cares? Well, I'll be taking the day off. And if you want to help me celebrate, make sure you get one of these pins. They're just $5 at NASCAR.com. You'll feel good knowing your purchase supports the NASCAR Foundation, which helps some very worthy causes.
How could NASCAR Day not be a federal holiday? Labor Day, we celebrate working by not working?
The latest Turtle Wax breakthrough in car polish is Clear, crystal clear Turtle Wax Ice. Ice leaves no white residue on trim or in seams.
I had no residue whatsoever.
Ice leaves nothing behind but pure shine. Now, your choice is Clear. Turtle Wax Ice.
I learned a lot when I found out I had high blood pressure, but I didn't know it could lead to erectile dysfunction.
Having diabetes changed my life, but I didn't know it could lead to ED.
Guys should know that having certain health conditions like high blood pressure
or diabetes may lead to ED, and that Levitra can help.
Doctors know Levitra works for men with ED, even those with high blood pressure or diabetes. Levitra is only for men healthy enough for sexual activity. If you have heart problems or are on alpha blocker therapy, talk to your doctor before taking Levitra. Do not take Levitra if you take nitrates for chest pains, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing and stuffy or runny nose. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help if you experience an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease in vision, stop taking Levitra and call your doctor right away.
Imagine what Levitra can do for you. Talk to your doctor.
The more you know about ED, the more you'll want to know about Levitra.
Before my wipers streak or my belt start to squeak, I know I'm gonna catch it on time.
AutoZone has the people, parts, and advice it takes to stop trouble before it starts.
Nobody knows your car like you do. Nobody knows what it needs like we do. AutoZone.
Darlington Raceway, called the Lady in Black, and we welcome you to the Lady on the start of a Mother's Day weekend of racing here on FX, presented by Star Motorcycles. Our analysts in the broadcast booth to steer us through all the twists and turns this weekend. Let's go upstairs. Darrell Waltrip, Larry McReynolds, and Mike Joy. Hey, guys.
Hey, Chris. We got the nation's 2 toughest to tame racetrack. We got a short race, 200 miles, and oh, by the way, it's full moon Friday night. What's that all add up to?
Trouble.
Yes. Capital T.
Trouble. They just came through the door. Yeah. No, it's going to be an exciting race. It's really a short race. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of time to run this race 200 miles. It'll just be a lot of really fast racing and stay off the wall. That's about all I can tell you.
What about strategy for a short race, Larry? Is that easier to plan for because it's short, or is it harder to plan for because you don't have as many options?
Well, it's a lot of follow the leader. The fuel window here will be about 65 to 70 laps. The tire window will be about 6 to 7 laps before your driver wants fresh tires. And what will happen, we will get cars that are not as good as the leaders. They will start short pitting, coming into pits early to get those fresh tires. And even if you're up there leading the race, you can't be far behind those guys because old tires to brand new tires can be as much as 2 seconds difference, so it won't take long to lap a guy if you've got fresh tires on.
What's the keeping it off the wall in turn 2 window?
Well, that's really hard to do. I mean, you slide around here so much, and like Larry said, once those tires get a little heat and a little air pressure built up in them, you just kind of bounce off of it. You try not to hit it too hard, try not to do any more damage than you can so you can keep going, but you're going to be in it. You can see the black marks just from practice, so you can imagine what it's going to be like in a race.
Yeah, the wall's already been severely tested. It's Carl Edwards had a great qualifying run on his first lap. Didn't hear in his ear to pull it in, ran the second lap, and going to pay the price.
But you know what? He didn't hear, but part of that is the focus and concentration it takes to run this joint. They may have been hollering at him. He wasn't paying any attention. He was watching where he was going.
So we'll have to watch him come to the rear of the field, as well as Casey Kane, who qualified third, that missed the driver's meeting. Kevin Harvick, our points leader, engine change. So those three guys, three probably of the best cars in the field, they'll be at the rear of the field.
So do we watch the front of the pack or the back of the pack?
Both.
I'd watch the middle of the pack because that's where they're going to meet.
Let's watch what they're doing trackside.
And now, race fans, please welcome tonight's Grand Marshal, Vice President for Lang's Building Supply in Brunswick, Georgia, John Lang, and he gives those most famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
On a full moon Friday night, we're ready to race in Darlington, South Carolina.
The Busch 200 on FX is presented by Star Motorcycles. We build it, you make it your own. And brought to you in part by Dodge, by John Deere, and by AC Delco.
When we set out to build an entirely new type of motorcycle, we looked everywhere for inspiration, except to convention. The 113 cubic inch fuel-injected Star Roadliner. We build it, you make it your own. Test drive one today at participating Yamaha dealers. Now get a 5-year warranty plus low 5.9% financing on any Roadliner or Stratoliner.
You can tell yourself you bought a new Dodge Charger for the fuel-efficient V6 that gets 27 miles per gallon. You can tell your family you bought it for the electronic stability program, anti-lock brakes, airbags, and a 5-star frontal crash test rating. And you can even tell your friends you bought it for the available DVD. But your right foot, it knows you bought it for just one thing. This May, see your Dodge dealer to get $1,000 May bonus cash on Dodge Charger.
Introducing the new John Deere Select Series featuring 4-wheel steer. Maneuverability has reached the turning point. See our entire new line at johndeere.com.
I'm a real car guy.
I live cars.
My blood type, 10W30.
Favorite color?
Chrome.
Cruise control? That's just a nickname for my right foot.
The AC Delco racing team members are some of the best drivers on earth, and AC Delco products are some of the best for your car. Here's to another great year on the track and the road. Real car guys know AC Delco.
Perfect.
It's 30 shrimp at Red Lobster. Mix and match 2 irresistible favorites from Decadent Scampi, hand-breaded, shrimp pasta, or new spicy Cajun shrimp. That's 30 shrimp for $11.99, only at Red Lobster.
What do we do now? We run.
The season finale of Prison Break is here.
They just signed their death warrant. Every last one of them.
And we promise how it ends will leave you gasping. The Prison Break season finale next week on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
What the hell do you want?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with Danny DeVito.
Why can't you just die and leave us your money like normal parents do?
Sunny with Danny premieres Thursday, June 29th, only on FX.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Busch Series, presented on FX by Star Motorcycles. Well, this is really going to be interesting. You take a look at the starting lineup. That's not quite the way they'll line up with two of the first three coming from the back of the field, along with our point leader. It's going to be an interesting full moon Friday night. Let's get out of pit road for some last-minute updates. Matt Yoakum.
Mike, Bernie Lamar rolls off from the 27th position. Now, you heard earlier point leader Kevin Harvick telling his rookie driver some suggestions about running Darlington. Now, Bernie told me earlier this year he sat down with Gene Neat, his crew chief, and Gene said Bristol, Darlington, and Dover, the three trouble spots for any rookie. He even tried the video game. He said, this place is just so difficult. He said, Kevin told me a couple big things. First off, he said the first 10 laps, very crucial. Just don't get yourself caught up in somebody else's mess. But the biggest thing, remember, the wall is definitely not your friend here tonight. To Steve Burns.
Thank you, Matt. Greg Biffle has 4 finishes of 4th or better here in the Busch Series, including a win. He's also the defending champion of tomorrow night's NASCAR Nextel Cup Series race, which you'll see on Fox. Now, the Biff starts from the 13th position, but he told me right before he got in the race car, he said, I came across the start-finish line with a big smile. I actually thought I had a better qualifying lap than that. He said, I definitely have a top 5 race car, and I want to get there in a hurry. To the editor of Speedway Illustrated magazine, Dick Berggren.
Well, this is a full contact speedway. The drivers will tell you that you got to race the racetrack and not each other. But as you have already heard, some of the best cars, best drivers are going to be starting way in the back of the pack. They're going to have to race other people, and there'll be contact on the way by. And that wall, oh yeah, there'll be plenty of contact with that wall. We've already had more than a dozen cars in it, and that's just in practice. Full contact speedway, you bet. The drivers love it. The fans love it. Oh, man, I love this place, too.
Dick's hat even looked like it had gotten a Darlington stripe.
Well, these are called retaining walls for a reason. You would be out of this joint if we didn't have walls, because I tell you, they'll be right up against it.
And that happened a few times in the history of this place.
Oh, yeah, we've seen people leave here before. There's nothing that has ever happened that you haven't seen here before.
Talked about it, fairly short race, 147 laps, 200 miles, pit road speed. Very hard pit road to get onto under green, 45 miles per hour. Pit window for fuel, not for tires, 65 to 70 laps.
I don't know about Biffle. He got that green. If Pearson was here, he'd be really worried about Biffle. Green car starting 13th.
There you see Kevin Harvick again. These guys, they had a hole in the oil pan. They had to change the engine. Now, he qualified about mid-pack. You saw there on the graphic. He has won 3 of the last 4 Busch races this year. Our points leader by 313 points. He's going to have to roll his sleeves up. He's got some work to do when they start this race.
Well, this track's pretty rough, and of course, the way they run these cars, really soft front springs, I bet you he probably banged that thing against a racetrack and drug a hole in it.
It was a beautiful day here in Darlington. Light cloud covered, a lot of sun, mid-70s. Now it's down into the high 60s.
Yeah, but a beautiful day here. It can go bad in a hurry.
Absolutely. And the biggest thing when this track cools down, you heard Jeff Burton talk about it in the pre-race, it's just going to gain more grip. The tires are going to grip better.
Yeah, but this is one joint that doesn't have a lot of grip to
begin with. Yeah.
You saw the full moon lurking behind the clouds, and I'm told there was even a shot of Neptune off one of the long lenses of one of our Fox cameras. Okay, we'll settle for Jupiter, Artie. And there it is.
It's a beautiful shot.
That's where's that? Overturn 2, 3, 4, 3, 4.
Well, it's
out there somewhere.
Old turn 4.
No.
New turn 2.
Get so confused.
I hate it.
Big end, little end.
Yeah.
We'll stick with that.
Well, they're headed for the little end of this egg-shaped oval. Now turns 3 and 4 beneath the press box. And soon they'll come to the attention of the starter. What a beautiful sight under the lights.
It's like the contrast is turned up with those lights out as bright as they are and the cars shining.
Well, DW, it's Friday night, and you know what? We love a Friday night party. You better reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time. Get this party started.
Here they come. Getting ready, getting ready. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Hey, let's go racing, boys.
Hey, what, Denny Hamlin in the 20 car, pole sitter, he spun the rear tires on that start right there.
Yeah, and he's going to pay the price for that. He's going to lose the lead right here on the get-go. But he might charge back, but I don't think so.
I think he did a little give and take over off turn 2 right then.
Yeah, he said, I've already made one mistake. I better not make another one here right away.
In that second pack, so did Aaron Fike, and that split the field up just a little bit.
Boy, you see what one mistake can do, though. On that start, Denny spins the tires. He's lost 2 spots, and he got a shot at losing another one here, but Newman ducks back in. You do not want to go in turn 1 and 2, or turn 1 side by side. Just can't make it. 2 cars can't make it.
Ryan Newman in that 39 car all over the back of Denny Hamlin in the 20. Jamie McMurray in the 64 led that first lap. How confident was he in his race car today? He didn't even run the final practice with that 64 car.
Qualified well, practiced well, and here he is leading the race. That's pretty impressive right there.
And at the back, Casey Kane has only gained 1 spot. Kevin Harvick 2. As you look over McMurray and Kenseth, and here comes the 2 of Boyer for 8th place, passing Paul Menard. And now John Wood goes after Menard.
That's a great passing area. Into turn 1, get under a guy, and then force him up the track and take the line away coming off of 2.
There, you're talking about how rough this place is. We were seeing sparks come out the back of the 2 car. Actually, Kevin Harvick's teammate, Clint Boyer, where the car is bottoming out.
I can't believe how much rougher the track is now than it was a year or 2 ago. Patches off of turn 2, really rough, and then there's a big bump down in 3 and 4 down here that has really gotten rough. You see the 60 car there, Carl Edwards, all the way down on the apron getting into turn 1. You'll see that all night long, just getting down on that apron, getting more room to be able to slide up the track.
From 40th, Edwards has come to 35th, and there's Harvick behind him.
Harvick says, you poked a hole, I'll follow you through it.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go now. These tires are good right now, and you got to take advantage of new tires when you got them, because pretty soon you'll be sliding just like everybody else.
3 wide front straightaway.
It's not going to work for long.
No, Harvick did the wise big picture thing, backed out, got in line.
You'll see the smart guys get single file when they get to turn 1.
Wide racetrack, narrow racing groove.
It's about 1.5 cars wide, just wide enough that second groove is to sucker you into it.
The car of those 3 that has not moved up is Casey Kane. Last time out of turn 2, he had to check up coming off the corner, completing trouble. Turn 1, smoker, Aaron Fike. Well, maybe he didn't just spin the tires on that initial start.
Whoa. We stay green. There's no caution yet.
Oh, they got to be a caution.
Yeah, he's going to stop over there.
We're on fire. You need to get out of that car, Aaron.
That baby,
caution.
Caution
is out.
That baby burst into flame when the oil got on the headers.
See a lot of fluid and flames underneath.
Yeah, you see all the fluid right here, and I'm pretty sure that's oil, the way that thing bursts into flames.
Big time.
Yeah, he's out of the car, guys. He's got a ton of oil coming out of the bottom, and he's moving around. He's getting out of it.
He's not in any big hurry to get out of it, and here he comes. First caution of the night. It comes quickly at lap number 6 for the 43 of Aaron Fike.
Always blow up going in a corner. I hate that.
Gray hair in a beard is pugnacious.
In other words, gray hair stinks.
Just for men, switches and dishes gray.
Gray is gone.
It's simplistic and naturalistic.
Easy.
And Claude looks splendiferous.
Just for Men gel with a new True Color formula.
Nicorette presents Win the Battle 2000 at Darlington. With 40 laps to go, Bobby Labonte enters the pits in 5th place. But thanks to quick work from his crew, Labonte wins the battle off pit road. He exits in 1st. Suddenly, a thunderstorm hits. The race is declared over, and out of nowhere, Labonte has his first Darlington win. To beat smoking, you might need a little help. Win the battle, one craving at a time with Nicorette.
Celebrate Mom at Zales with our Diamond Circle pendants. Save $100 on this diamond pendant, now just $199. Only at Zales, the diamond store.
That's a winner.
Yeah!
Oh, I'll take the code red. That's not a prize, it's mine. But it's with the prizes. Not happening. I'm not looking for trouble. Well, you found it. Well, that got ugly.
Tuesday, May 30th.
Oh my God, you're like the same age as my dad. Why does that turn me on?
Rescue Me. Season premiere Tuesday, May 30th. Only on FX.
To those who say NASCAR isn't a sport, they may be right. It's a way of life. Busch Beer, for 25 years running, proud sponsor of the NASCAR Busch Series.
NASCAR Busch Series Racing on FX, presented by Star Motorcycles, sponsored by Smooth Busch Beer and Easy Drinking Busch Light. Busch, proud sponsor of the NASCAR Busch Series, 25 years running. Jamie McMurray leading after 8 laps. We're under caution, and Aaron Fike, Jeff Burton moments ago, catches a fire. There's a driver in there. What's going through your mind at this point? Just get the heck out.
Get out. Yeah, you can't see anything. And you can see a little burst of fire, like the fire came up through the shifter boot inside the car. I'm sure that got his attention, but you just cannot see anything. Look at all the oil dumping out underneath there. But it's a scary feeling, but fortunately he had gotten slowed down.
And Aaron Fike was okay and very relaxed. Speaking of drivers, your brother, Ward Burton, any word on when he may return behind the wheel?
No word yet. He's definitely wanting to get back, and hopefully we can get him back and get him in something good.
All right, and tomorrow a number of the mothers will be here for the Mother's Day weekend to give the command. And Meredith, your mom part of that.
Yep, my mother's here, and stepfather, and my brother, and sister-in-law, so the whole group's here.
Big weekend all together.
It is a big weekend.
She always encourage you as a racer, or does she say, slow down a little?
Well, I had to lie to her when I first started about racing because she wasn't a big fan of it, as many mothers are. But she knows it's what I love. It's my passion, and she respects that, and so she gives me the blessing, but there's always a little wink, I guess. She's not all that proud of it.
Early part of this race right now, we're getting ready to come back to the restart. Jamie McMurray out front. Surprise?
No, not at all. Jamie gets around here really well. If you go back and look at Cup races last year and the year before, he ran very well in the Cup car, so no surprise at all that he's out front.
All right, get ready to go green. Let's get it back up to Mike.
Matt Kenseth behind him, Denny Hamlin in third, Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart. The top 5 of the drivers who started in back. Kevin Harvick's up to 33rd, Carl Edwards 34th, Casey Kane to 37th, and Reed Sorensen has gained 8 spots up to 15th.
Yeah, you don't, at this racetrack, you don't just blow by people. You don't catch them in bunches. You got to kind of get them 1 or 2 at a time. So it's going to take a while for those guys to get up there.
We only had 1 car to hit pit road. He was starting to go backwards. David Green in the 27 car. Everyone else decided to stay out here as we get a restart on lap 10.
Green flag. Single file restart.
I guarantee you, Larry, tomorrow night, 10 laps, everybody will be on pit road.
Oh, yeah, pit road will be a busy place. Again, they limit the sets of tires that the Busch Series can use at 6 for the entire weekend, including practice.
Harvick got 2 more on the run into turn 1.
Well, I tell you just got to watch over there coming off of turn 2. Jeff will tell you, you get a guy coming off there and all of a sudden he has to lift, and here comes somebody running wide open, and they run over each other, and my gosh, did you see that 3 wide pass down in turn 1, or 4.
Get them when you can.
That was Carl Edwards.
Yep. Here's Matt.
Point leader Harvick came on the radio. You see the 33 of Stewart and the 39 of Newman going at it. Harvick said the car's a little bit tight, and I hadn't hit anything yet.
Tell you what, this 33 car, Tony Stewart, he's just going to blow by Ryan Newman in the 39 car. That's no longer.
Whoa, man, he took. Did you see that, Larry?
He was a little
he
slide.
Turned that baby sideways.
Slideways.
Yeah, that's a common phrase at this joint. You just slip and slide here. You just hope it doesn't slip slide away.
Riding with Mark Martin here in the 6th car in the 7th position, following Scott Wimmer in that 66 car. Martin, an 8-time Busch Series winner here at Darlington. Tell you what, I've been watching that car right behind Mark, John Wood, the 47. Real good through the middle of the corner. Looking back at him right here.
I was just watching Wimmer in that 66.
You doing good?
Like the right rear was leaning on the wall.
See Greg Biffle in the 16 car. He fell back just a little bit at the start of the race, but now he's starting to work his way back up.
I don't know what that color looks like at home, but on the racetrack it looks like Sublime, that Dodge color of the muscle car era. You can't miss it, Steve.
No, you can't miss it, Mike, but as far as how that race car is handling, Greg said after the first couple of laps that the nose of the car was starting to slide. That was the characteristic that he was describing.
And that's pretty common here at this place. Yeah, I mean, you don't have grip in any of the tires, but when you go to turn the steering wheel, even getting in the corner, DW, the front will just go straight with you.
I'll take a front end pushing anytime over being loose here, because at least you can let off the gas and make it turn.
Jamie McMurray trying to walk away here. He's got a half-second lead on Matt Kenseth. Matt?
Both top two cars pulling away from Denny Hamlin back in third now. McMurray's spotter told him, keeping him abreast of what the 17's entry into 3 was. He says he is half a lane higher, just to keep you an idea. But McMurray feels like he's better down in 1 and 2 than Kenseth is down in 3 and 4.
Right now, McMurray is still about a half to a full 10th of a second a lap quicker than Matt Kenseth right now in the 17 car.
And what you can't believe when you're out here on this racetrack, you'll be running along, everything will be fine. Car will be feeling pretty good, and you'll be very comfortable. It's almost like you flip a switch. All of a sudden, that car just goes to junk, and you can't drive it, and you start squealing, man, I got a problem.
Danny O'Quinn to pit road. A little early for that.
Woo, Kevin Hart get him about 2 or 3 on this lap right here. Squeezes Ashton Lewis Jr. in a 25 car up into the outside wall off turn 2. That'll move Harvick up to about the 21st position.
Jeff Burton, it looks like here, if you're going to pass cars, you need to leave your manners at home. David Rudiman at 99 tonight. You're riding with the Aaron's car past Bernie Lamar.
Rudiman looks good in that car, Larry.
Yeah.
They were good in practice. He just didn't get a very good qualifying lap, but they were real happy with that car practicing.
I think he may have just been a little conservative on his qualifying run.
That's kind of what it looked like. The car didn't do anything. It just didn't look like it went real fast, but right now he's coming to the front.
Up into the 27th position, David Rudiman here.
David is such a great guy, and I love to see him run well. Good family guy. His dad, Buzzy.
His uncle Wayne, both great racers
Yeah,
up in the Northeast.
A racing family.
Somebody in the wall, turn 2, and that's Ashton Lewis.
Yeah, he's been going backwards over there like he's had a problem. He got a big problem now.
We were
That right
getting,
rear, boys, get ready.
we were getting word he was having right rear tire problems, as well as Danny O'Quinn in the 50 you mentioned, Mike, was on pit road a little bit ago.
Steve?
Yeah, just wanted to confirm that, guys. As you see Ashton Lewis Jr. head to pit road, he's been complaining for about 3 or 4 laps of a right rear tire going down. The caution flag is out, and as you said, the 50 also a flat right rear.
Well, whatever was wrong with Lewis's car, he left a lot of it on the racetrack.
Yeah, you can see it's just ripped the quarter panel. There's an aluminum crush panel in there that seals the wheel area off to the inside. I'm sure a lot of the debris from it.
Did I say there was a full moon out tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Have I made that point?
Yeah, and by the way, you ain't seen nothing yet. We haven't run long enough to get into the good stuff. It's a good break for those guys, though, Larry. Here we see the problem for Ashton Lewis, which created a problem for whomever that is behind him there.
It's actually his teammate Regan Smith in the 35 car that was right behind him in the McDonald's car.
That and Curtis Davis, who's in the 34
tonight. Car got into trouble there when they saw Ashton checking up.
So that puts us under caution for the second time tonight. The first one for Aaron Fike's engine, and this one for debris from the 25. I was trying to get to Jeff Burton and ask him, the way we race now, Jeff, it looks like if you're going to pass cars, you need to leave your manners home here.
Oh, yeah, you got to go hard. I mean, these, you know, as Darrell said, I mean, the tires are good right now. Now's the time to get them, and the tires are getting ready to get even better right now because everybody's on pit road. But everybody races hard, you know, and you got to go when you can go.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about it. I mean, we got cars on, we got everybody coming into pits, but you can't wait here. You got to take advantage of those tires when you got them.
Matt.
The 64 team already going to work on McMurray's Dodge. Now they're going to make an air pressure adjustment on both left side tires. So the car, which is a tick on the tight side. Meanwhile, the 17 at Kansas was running second. Already on the left side, a little bit of trouble on the left front. He's away. Dick.
Denny Hamlin started on the pole in this race, dropped back to third position. The car is pushing center and off as well. They're doing air pressure adjustment and also the track bar in the back of this automobile. Hamlin has the first pit up front, but he is going to be beaten out by at least 3 cars.
Looked like that 33 car, Kevin Harvick Incorporated with Tony Stewart. They came off in third, so they picked up some spots on pit road. A lot easier to pass them there than out on the racetrack.
Jamie McMurray, Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart. That's how they'll line up for the restart.
FX talks with the cast of Rescue Me about what it's like to portray real-life heroes.
We realize when we're complaining about wearing bunker gear in 90-degree heat exactly how amazing what these people do for a living actually is.
There truly is a brotherhood amongst these guys because of what they do for a living. It's life and death.
We expect them to be superheroes, and the truth of the matter is they're not superheroes. They're just men, and I'm proud to be representing them on this show.
The season premiere of Rescue Me, Tuesday, May 30th at 10, only on FX.
For $100,000, your cash rhyme. I'm a sci-fi comedy, and I rhyme with snack to the future. Begin.
Snack to the future.
Quack to the future.
Grack to the future.
Don't be a culture fool. Catch up with over 100 free movies on demand with Comcast Digital Cable. It's Comcastic.
See Webb Ford in Highland, Indiana, the #1 volume dealer for great deals like the True Truck Leadership going on now. Get an 06 Ranger just $141 a month, an 06 F-150 only $186 a month, an 06 F-150 Super Crew just $332 a month, or get 0 APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 45 days, and an extra $500 for your trade-in. Hurry into Webb Ford in Highland for True Truck Leadership.
See your Webb family dealers today.
Come join in the grand opening celebration of the new Strachan Van Til in St. John. St. John now has a place to find all the freshness, convenience, quality, and service that only Strachan Van Til can offer. It's a little more friendly and a little closer to home. Stop by the brand new Strachan Van Til. You'll find all the things you expect, like service, quality, and value. Don't miss the grand opening celebration of the new Strachan Van Til in St. John, serving Northwest Indiana for over 75 years. It's a Strachan Van Til thing.
July 1st, see the stars of NASCAR take on Daytona in the Pepsi 400. For tickets, call 1-800-PIT-SHOP or visit racetickets.com. What are you doing July 1st?
23 laps in here in Darlington, 3 leaders, 3 lead changes under caution for the moment. There's Jamie McMurray out in front of Matt Kenseth. And before we let Jeff Burton get ready for tomorrow's Cup race, which you'll see on Fox, you see Casey Kane moving up a little bit. Harvick, guys who went to start at the back of the pack. Any trend here in these early laps?
Well, I think obviously, you know, hard aggressive racing is the way to go. We saw the Cup guys running out front. I think that you're going to see Kane and Harvick and Edwards continue to march toward the front. So, and you can see lap 20, they hit pit road. So they're going to hit pit road as many chances as they can. It all depends on how many tires they have sitting on the ground. So as many chances they can get on pit road and still have tires left for the end of the race, that's what they're going to be doing.
Now, you were telling me early on you like Matt Kenseth to win this race tonight. You say he's been strong all along, but it looks like Tony Stewart's getting ready to put some pressure on both he and McMurray.
Well, and I mean, Harvick's going to run well. Kane's going to run well. I mean, you know, there's so many people that can run well. The only reason I picked Kenseth was just because if you look at the track record here and you look at how well he's been running lately at Darlington, and especially in that Busch car, he'd be hard not to pick.
All right, thanks for your time. Good luck in the Singular Wireless 31 car tomorrow night.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
Yeah,
always a pleasure having Jeff Burton with us. Mike?
Thanks, Chris. Jamie McMurray leads this race. It's his 9th Busch start here. As you have a look at Kevin Harvick, the runaway point leader in this series, and how he's moved up to 20th place. Here's McMurray, who won here in November of 2004, finished second here in March of 03. But this is only the second time that he has led in the Busch Series at Darlington. He led 72 laps when he won here.
I'm kind of like Burton, though. With Matt Kenseth in second place, he doesn't have to come from back in the field like Harvick and Kane and Carl Edwards does. I kind of like where Matt is.
And like we talked at the beginning of the show, he will race the elements here.
Yes, he
other
will.
than the competitors until this race gets down close to the end.
And we've had a pit stop now, and that always changes everything.
And you did spend some time with David Pearson today.
Oh, I did. And I mean, the 17 number, David Pearson, cool cat, smart.
Yeah, it all plays in.
He fits the mold.
Won here 11 times, 10 in Cup and 1 in the Busch Series.
Yeah, he threw that in on us
He
today,
made sure
didn't
we knew he did win here in the Busch Series.
That was funny.
And you never know he was around till it got near the end.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy, don't start that, because he'll come right up and tell you, I led a bunch, too.
Yes, he will.
And he did. If the car was right, he'd be out front with it. The Silver Fox won 25% of his Cup starts. Here we go, green flag.
Nobody did it better. Of all the guys I've known that race these cars, nobody did it better.
Denny Hamlin, the 20 car, a pole sitter, he got pinned behind the lap down car of Ashton Lewis Jr. in that 25 car, and he's going to pay the price to Clint Boyer in the 2 car because he had to get completely out of the throttle coming off turn 2.
It's such a momentum racetrack, and you can see Matt here looking under Jamie coming down the front. Won't be long. Jamie's smart, lets him go. See how he backs off in the middle of the straightaway and lets him make that pass? That's just really good, smart racing. Here's a crossover move. He's going to force Jamie up out of the groove, Tony is, and take the position.
Tell you what, that 33 car, I've been watching him since they dropped the green flag. That car is good. He can turn that car down when he needs to.
Now, who else got a good restart was John Wood. Picked up a couple of spots there.
Yeah, he's been hanging right there in the top 10 ever since they dropped the green flag. He's in 6th spot, running pretty darn good.
Car's been good on restarts.
Qualified back in the 14th, solidly up in the top 10. John Wood there in the 47 car, getting a little pressure from Ryan Newman in the 39.
Contact, Hamlin getting up and into the 25 of Ashton Lewis just a bit.
I think Hamlin was not very happy with Ashton Lewis in the 25 car. He kind of got in his way and cost him a lot of ground.
Well, during that caution, Tim Sauter stayed out on track, led a lap, and then pitted, got his tires, but also got his 5 bonus points. I'll show you that contact and see if it was just casual.
Here we go. Like I said, it's hard to get 2 cars in that turn side by side. There's going to be contact. They were lucky that wasn't worse than it was.
Lead change. Guess who? Tony Stewart.
And I've been watching the scoring monitor here. I know the track's cooling down, it's gaining grip, but he just ran his fastest lap of the race just on that lap right there before he took the lead away from Matt Kenseth.
And so did Clint Boyer, Greg Biffle, and Jason Leffler. Darrell, does it look here like Matt just says, you go on ahead?
Well, Matt kind of, you see how his car wobbled a little bit? Had to get out of the throttle. When he did that, he knew he had to give Tony the line to get by. You don't fight with people here if you're smart. They catch you, you let them go.
Tomorrow night, Nextel Cup cars in the Dodge Charger 500. You'll see that on Fox.
You know, this is only Tony's 3rd Busch career start here. It's the 4th race of this season. Remember, the last time we saw Tony Stewart in a 33 car in a Busch Series race, he was pretty much sliding on his roof down the front stretch at Talladega.
That's right. Dick?
Well, Ryan Newman has picked up 2 spots, Mike, since the green flag had dropped. They had a problem here on pit road. Coming down pit road, they lost fuel pressure. The gauge went from 9.5 pounds down to 3.5 pounds. Engine sputtered, may have in fact died. Crew Chief Matt Kimball tells me that the engine is just fine when it's up to speed, but they are concerned about it on pit road. And as for tires, everybody got 7 sets of tires when they came into the racetrack. You can't get any more than that. There is a limit. And the majority of good teams that I saw before the start of the race had 4 sets. They've now used 1, 3 to go.
In this race, Dick, it always somehow in the middle portion gets into some long green runs. The cars kind of get scattered out. Everybody settles down for a little bit, and we'll get those long green flag runs.
Now our point leader Harvick has moved up to 18th, Carl Edwards up to 19th, and Kasey Kahne now 17th, leading that group. Remember, they all started in the back for various reasons. Matt?
And Harvick has really been on the move in the 21 car. The championship point leader picked up 23 spots in the first 20 laps. They made a slight track bar adjustment, a little tight in the center, but the car extremely fast.
On the left of your screen, 2 of the Roush-Keteers, Mark Martin and Greg Biffle, racing for 9th. Steve?
When the caution came out, Mark Martin hit pit road, said he wanted his windshield clean, and he said his car was tight in the center and tied off. They stumbled. They had a slow stop. Mark lost about 5 positions. The all-time leader here in wins with 8 and poles with 8 has dropped to the 10th position.
There's the 5 of Kyle Busch. You can see his progression. 13th up to 7th on lap 34. Now they made a slight adjustment. I said the car was beautiful except for just a tick tight on turning in. A small air pressure adjustment for the 5. He's definitely on the move.
Daryl, it just sounds like everyone's fighting the front end slide. The cars are not turning.
Well, look how, I mean, here you got to do a different shock package, maybe do other places. Look how high the nose is. When the nose is up that high on corner entry, you're going to be a little tight feeling getting in till that nose sets down against the racetrack.
All right, let's take you to the Take No Prisoners crowd. Kasey Kahne, Carl Edwards, Kevin Harvick. Edwards passed Harvick a lap ago, and Kahne has now caught the 11 of Paul Menard. He's made a couple of runs at Paul, hasn't quite been able to get by him. Now this is for 16th place. Here he goes.
Well, catching people is one thing, and really here it's very difficult unless the guy gives you the room to make the pass, which in that case Menard did let Kasey get in front of him. One thing I'll just say about the windshield here, the sand and the dirt on this racetrack is harder on a windshield than anywhere we go. You're going to go through a lot of tear-offs here tonight.
Tony Stewart now leads Jamie McMurray by 0.8 of a second. Matt Kenseth, Clint Bowyer, Brian Newman, the top 5. Then Hamlin, Busch, Wood, Martin, and Biffle, your top 10.
And we're back to the action here in Indianapolis. Another strike by Gilbert. Brian Latt needs to be perfect here. Seems to be a slight delay.
Oh, my!
Not the official tools of bowling. The official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears.
It's a fact. The more we learn about how to take care of ourselves and our families, the longer and healthier our lives become. That's why more people turn to WebMD than any other health information source. It's a place where people find answers to health questions with an ease never before possible, where doctors discover new and better ways to care for their patients. A place where everyone can finally forge a link between better information and better health. WebMD.
This is Duralast, the alternator built to exceed the need. Built with heavy-duty components to perform under extreme conditions, engineered to surpass original equipment standards for longer life. Built with the technology to withstand high electrical demands, and backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty. Get the alternator built to exceed the need. Only at AutoZone.
I learned a lot when I found out I had high blood pressure, but I didn't know it could lead to erectile dysfunction.
Having diabetes changed my life, but I didn't know it could lead to ED.
Guys should know that having certain health conditions like high blood pressure
or diabetes may lead to ED, and that Levitra can help.
Doctors know Levitra works for men with ED, even those with high blood pressure or diabetes. Levitra is only for men healthy enough for sexual activity. If you have heart problems or are on alpha blocker therapy, talk to your doctor before taking Levitra. Do not take Levitra if you take nitrates for chest pains, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing and stuffy or runny nose. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help if you experience an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease in vision, stop taking Levitra and call your doctor right away.
Imagine what Levitra can do for you. Talk to your doctor.
The more you know about ED, the more you'll want to know about Levitra.
Tony Stewart was walking away with the lead. Jamie McMurray stepped it up, caught him, made the pass.
Now remember, we heard him say on the pit stop they're going to let a little extra air out of his left side tire, Jamie McMurray. That takes a couple of extra laps for that pressure to come up. And boy, when it came up, he took off.
Now, Mike Wallace has been having some problems here, and so too does the 31 of Steve Park, trying to get around the problem and not be part of the problem.
The one car there, Mike Wallace, got loose getting in the corner, and boy, Park just got all over him.
Now, right now, Mike Wallace in the one, he is a lap down.
Yeah, you know, Larry, it's harder to drive a slow car here than it is to drive a fast car because you cannot get out of the way.
And just to follow up on dropping that air out of the left side tires, we've been hearing everyone complain about the cars not turning. Well, when you open that air pressure differential from right to left by dropping the lefts, it helps the car to turn through the middle of the corner, but as you said, can take a couple of laps to come in.
And it looks like Tony is, I tell you, I've been watching Tony's car, the 33 car. He's just bad loose. The back end steps out off of both corners.
Well, it's like you talked in practice, Darrell. You said the car will be great, and then just all of a sudden.
It's the darndest place I've ever raced. That's the one thing that never changes.
Mark McFarland just spun, but gathers it around and keeps going.
He's still on the lead lap right now in the 30th position.
He spun and he's still going.
Have a look.
Here he goes down into turn 1. Tries to stay off of the 01 there.
Jay Sauter. He did everything but spin.
That's a semi. That's a semi.
I believe that was a turkey walk.
That's it. No. He
Not
might
a turkey walk.
No, he didn't walk up the track. He slid up the track.
Well, when you can read the whole number off the side of the car when you're heading toward it, that's pretty close.
That's a semi-spin and a great save.
Yes.
But Mark could certainly use a caution right now because with all that happening, even though he's still on the lead lap, he's 8 seconds from being lapped.
He can use a caution, all right, but I don't know about for what.
regroup.
Casey Kane passes Jason Leffler. That moves him up to 14th spot. He's going to bring Carl Edwards along with him. Here's Steve.
Yeah, Casey Kane there in the 9 car, Mike, up to the 14th position. He's been coming from the back, as you've documented. He just said his car is much, much better. He wants more of the same changes. On the last stop, they put a round and a half of wedge in the right rear. His car was tight. They fixed it.
I like going down on that right rear. When my car is tight, go down on the right rear, just plant that right rear tire a little bit harder down on the racetrack. It always really made the car turn better.
Well, and what that does, it frees it up chassis-wise, but it also raises that right rear corner of the spoiler that will keep the thing good and secure aero-wise.
Drives off in there nice. It just kind of what I like to call rolls the car over. Yeah, this one car here, just Mike Wallace, he's just having all kind of trouble.
It put a mercy black flag on him, Darrell, because at the speed he's running in the middle of turn 2, he's going to get run over. So they're going to bring him in.
This time, Mike. Get down out the way.
Now let's talk about Casey Kane's problem. Missed the drivers' meeting. There's quite a distance from one of the coach lots in turn 1 down to where the drivers' meeting's held, and Kane had a ride arranged to the meeting, which didn't appear. So by the time he walked down there, they had already called his name twice for roll call, and you only get 2 chances. That was that. So he had to start at the back.
Woohoo! Boy, this little wad right here, Mike. I know Casey, they probably had to wake him up, and he probably missed his ride. I'm not sure.
That's
dog ate his homework.
That's his story, and he's sticking to it. Come on.
But these guys right here now, this is typical Darlington give and take. They were really wadded up, but they were able to work it out, and now the 39 looks like he's moving forward. And what about it, Dick?
They're worried about the fuel pressure in car 39, Darrell. He ran out of fuel pressure in one of the corners. Now, previously it had only been on pit road, but they've got themselves a problem for sure. Meanwhile, Stewart, Darrell, you nailed it once again. Just as Tony Stewart lost the lead, keyed his radio and told the pit, I'm real loose.
Well, looks like Newman's got problems right now in the 39 car. I think these fuel pressure problems for him, they're getting worse.
Yeah, he's coming to pit road. Whatever's wrong with that car could be terminal.
So Ryan Newman will pit as Jamie McMurray now leads Matt Kenseth by a whopping 2.5 seconds. Stewart, Hamlin, and Mark Martin are now the top 5.
When we set out to build an entirely new type of motorcycle, we looked everywhere for inspiration, except to convention. The 113 cubic inch fuel-injected Star Roadliner. We build it, you make it your own. Test drive one today at participating Yamaha dealers. Now get a 5-year warranty plus low 5.9% financing on any Roadliner or Stratoliner.
It's 30 shrimp at Red Lobster. Mix and match 2 irresistible favorites from Decadent Scampi, hand-breaded, shrimp pasta, or new spicy Cajun shrimp. That's 30 shrimp for $11.99, only at Red Lobster.
The latest Turtle Wax breakthrough in car polish is Clear, crystal clear Turtle Wax Ice. Ice leaves no white residue on trim or in seams.
I had no residue whatsoever.
Ice leaves nothing behind but pure shine. Now, your choice is Clear, Turtle Wax Ice.
Previously on Circle of Trust.
I didn't say anything when Rhonda took my lipstick, ate my peanut butter, and stole my boyfriend. But today, she tried to sign me up for Net Zero. I hate them. My Netscape has unlimited internet access and free web accelerator for just $9.95 a month. You know, Net Zero charges you every time you call for tech support. That's crazy. She's crazy.
Get Netscape. Sign up today.
Introducing the new John Deere Select Series featuring 4-wheel steer. Maneuverability has reached the turning point. See our entire new line at johndeere.com.
Gray hair in a beard is pugnacious.
In other words, gray hair stinks.
Just for men, swishes and dishes gray.
Gray is gone.
It's simplistic and naturalistic.
Easy.
And Claude looks splendiferous.
Just for Men gel with a new True Color formula.
Quikrete Concrete. For over 60 years, it's been used by just about everyone for just about everything. Quikrete, king of the concrete jungle.
The NASCAR.com Superstore. Everything you need except the bridal registry.
We should have never let the guys pick the gifts.
Get to it and other exclusive NASCAR content at AOL and NASCAR.com.
Jamie McMurray still the leader. Bad night for the Sauter brothers. Johnny was just on pit road for 4 tires. They left off a lug nut, had to put it back on, the yellow Transportation 00. And now his brother Tim is on pit road for an unscheduled stop as McMurray continues to lead this race now by 2.4 seconds. And here comes Biffle on Boyer. 6th place changes hands.
Really hard to come off turn 4 low like that underneath somebody without getting loose or getting into them. Pretty nice job by Biffle right there. Put the lime in the coconut.
And drink it all up.
And it turns that shade of green.
And that's what you get.
Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick's teammate, second in the points, but as we mentioned at the top of the show, Kevin Harvick has a 313-point lead coming into this race, which is basically 2 full races. You can only gain or lose 156 points total in one race. You see Carl Edwards in the 60 car. Carl has moved up to the 12th position, trapped behind these lap cars, and while he's trapped behind them, you see Kevin Harvick in the 21 has caught him.
Outside corners. Outside, clear, clear.
Joel Kaufman back in the 12 after a he races out of that car.
Now, Kevin Harvick, you see him yielding to Johnny Sauter in the 00 car. That shows you right there just what new tires will do for you over about 30 or 40 lap tires. Look how he just drives away, and he can maneuver the car with those fresh tires.
Yeah, the good news for Johnny is he has fresh tires. The bad news is he's 3 laps down as a result of that stop.
Yeah, they had a lug nut problem on the pit stop.
Yeah, Newman came in there, and he's 2 laps down now, but he's flying through the field as well. And you know, Larry, it makes me wonder about his car. They top it up with fuel. Doesn't look like he has a fuel problem. So his problem's in the pickup, in the fuel cell, I believe, rather than in the engine. Do you know anything about that, Dick?
Well, they don't know what's wrong with that car, but for sure he's got problems. He pitted not long ago out of 3rd position on a green flag lap, and really, Darrell, all they did was put fuel in the car and put a little squirt of fuel down into the little opening for the carburetor at the base of the windshield. And Ryan has been on the radio several times saying the problem's not going to go away. Right now, he is running in 38th spot.
Matt Kenseth, meanwhile, has caught Jamie McMurray in traffic.
All right, that's what happens to you. It doesn't matter how far out front you get here. When you get in traffic, you just got to wait on the guy in front of you. And when you got there, you're just waiting on the guy to catch up with you because you can't go anywhere.
And obviously, those guys he's lapping, they're going to race that leader much harder than they will the second
got a
place
car
guy.
around here at 47. John Wood on the front straightaway.
Boy, a hard crash with the rear.
And Carl Edwards, I think, may have got into someone as they were slowing down here. They started stacking up.
I think he just locked up the tires, Larry. Carl Edwards. Yeah, he just was smoking tires.
Now, Wood backed it in, but then did a nice job of keeping that car from coming back up into traffic. And don't see any damage on Edwards' car.
It's been about 40 laps since our pit stop, and this is when the tires just absolutely have no grip. If you're having a problem,
there was going to be a caution. It was just a question of who.
This is the car that Carl Edwards, he didn't get into him. This is why Carl Edwards had locked his brakes up. This car got into the outside wall as John Wood was spinning here on the front straightaway.
And that's Curtis Davis.
And I think you'll see the right front tire. I think he blew that tire out by locking it up and sliding it, Larry.
That's the reason he locked it up, though. He saw Curtis Davis in the 34 getting into the outside of the front stretch here.
Here's the 47, and he's going to come back out in the racetrack. The 34 right in front of Carl.
You know, it almost looks like Carl's left front got into the right rear of 34 and turned him into the wall. Maybe?
Yikes.
Maybe.
Doesn't take much.
Hard to tell.
I'm going to give you a definite maybe on that, but I don't see any damage on the car.
No. About that left front corner. Oh, yeah, there you go, right above the headlight.
Holy cow. Get back.
It's that old adage, don't force it, get a bigger hammer.
No, that's right. When you ask for a hammer, that's the kind of hammer I want.
Watch out for that hammer, Steve.
Hey, Mike, they're going to drop air pressures, 1 pound on the left side tires for Mark Martin. He gets a new clean windshield. He said that might make this a little bit too loose. Crew chief Mike Beam said, hey, that's okay. You'll find out what it's like for tomorrow night, and that's what it's all about. Matt
McMurray eased into his box now. A number of teams making small air pressure adjustments. McMurray needed more help with forward bites, so they changed the air pressure, took a little out across the back. The same thing for the 17, the 2-time Darlington winner. He was loose on that run, Dick.
Tony Stewart pitted out of the 5th position. Car had been loose. He told the crew chief, Wally Rogers, that. Rogers made the decision about what to do to try to fix that car. He got lucky in that the 34, Curtis Davis, had been pitted in front of him. Davis is now behind pit wall, so as a result, Tony Stewart has a clear out whenever he pits.
Well, let me tell you who is lucky. Jamie McMurray in that 64 car, as he was turning out of his pit box, Jay Sauter in the 01 was turning in, and it was close.
And he had trouble on the right front. This is what put this whole thing in jeopardy right here. Watch the right front guy. He's hammering on that right front. Can't get that nut off.
Finally gets it off.
See, the rear guy's already gone. This is why Jamie was late coming out of the pits.
And what a tough break for Curtis Davis. He's in the first of a 2-race trial with this 34 team, and got turned into the wall.
There, he got close.
Oh, there you go again.
One thing you can always predict about the weather, it's unpredictable. That's why Goodyear engineers created Triple Tread technology. It's got an ice zone for gripping power in icy conditions, aqua chutes to move water away from the tire, and a dry zone for confident maneuvering. Get superior traction in any weather condition. Goodyear's triple tread technology. Now available on Forterra for SUVs and Assurance for cars. So you're always prepared on the wings of Goodyear.
In most races, leading laps matters. In most races, a top 10 finish matters. This is not most races. Because on the night of May 20th, nothing matters except the $1 million finish. Tune in to the NASCAR Nextel All-Star Challenge on FX.
I need your help. Oh, your shoes! Can I get a little help here? Oh, great. Can you tie his shoes while I get the phone? You get the phone. I'll tie the shoes.
I'm dead. Get Barney and other friends whenever you want. Free with On Demand from Comcast Digital Cable. It's Comcastic.
Discover the 5-star difference in every South Holland Dodge.
Join the caravan of savings to South Holland Dodge. Right now, you can drive America's #1 selling minivan, Dodge Caravan, for just $13,935. Giant selection, giant savings.
Only at Chicagoland's first 5-star dealer.
Discover the 5-star difference in every South Holland Dodge.
Are you overwhelmed by aggressive and annoying creditors? Did you know that bankruptcy is still a viable option for debt relief? Stop losing sleep and please call the law office of George P. Galanos today for a free one-on-one consultation. We offer peace of mind with personal instruction to assist you. We're no ordinary debt relief agency. We believe in service with a personal touch. Call the law office of George P. Galanos today at 219-663-1938 and get the personalized service that you deserve.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Busch Series on FX, presented by Star Motorcycles. Pole sitter Denny Hamlin out in front right now after winning his 3rd Busch Series pole. Also picked up the pole at Texas and Nashville. And they have waved off the restart because of debris on the back straightaway. John Wood, who brought out the caution, is back in the race. He was running in 8th place when he spun and has finished every race in 2006 so far. So he's back on the racetrack with a good bit of crash damage, as you see there. Chris?
Mike, Jamie McMurray has led the laps, the most laps so far at 45. A quick recap, as you have pointed out, Kevin Harvick, Casey Kane, Carl Edwards, all at the start of the back of the pack, but now they're all up inside the top 15. We'll talk about how they've worked their way back. Aaron Fike, Jeff, a little smoke is on the fire here in lap 6.
Yeah, where there's smoke, a lot of times you're going to see fire. You see the car erupt into flames there as the oil runs out the bottom of the car. But fortunately, Aaron Fike got out with no problems.
Tony Stewart has led a dozen laps and is currently 3rd. A little contact here with Ryan Newman. That's Tony in a yellow car. A little brush there. And then Tony pushes past Ryan Newman for the advantage at that point. And moments ago, lap 63, John Wood and some cars spinning.
And you see him, John, on the inside right there. And just moments later, you see the 34 car. Curtis Davis with a little bit of help from Carl Edwards getting together right there on the front straightaway.
South Carolina's Curtis Davis trying to avoid that little bit of a mishap. Let's talk about how Kane has worked his way up to 11th, Carl Edwards up to 12th, Harvick up to 14th. You said at the outset these guys would be contenders despite starting back in the pack.
And they're finally getting close enough, Chris, I think, to really be considered contenders. Keeping close enough right now. This restart is going to be real critical for these guys as we move on toward halfway this race. 5
leaders, 8 different lead changes, Mike. They're getting ready to restart.
Denny Hamlin from the pole, the last winner from the pole here, Jeff Burton in March of 2002. No pole winner has won a Busch race in 2006. See if Hamlin can seal the deal. Here we go with 80 laps to race.
I think Hamlin's got a pretty good car. Every time on the restart, he's gotten messed up by slower lap traffic. See what he can do here with Matt Kenseth. I also believe that Matt's going to pounce right now because he's in great track position.
And what makes it tough for a lot of the lead lap cars now, we had all those cars on the inside that's holding a lot of them. They start stacking up off of turn 2 over there.
It's just such a tough turn to get off of consistently, staying in the throttle. If you lift out a little bit, you get run over from behind.
Here at work, you see one of your favorite terms, Darrell, patient aggression.
Right here is where you 20 car just eases out of the throttle a little bit and lets the 17 go. You don't want to race down in there side by side. Matt's got a fast race car. Now that he has track position, look out.
3 wide between 1 and 2. Wow. How'd they get away with that?
Somebody had to give. That's the only way.
Was the car in the middle.
Kevin Harvick, that 21, Casey Kane in the 9. They continue that march up through the field. We're riding with Harvick right now, looking back at Kane in the 9. Jamie McMurray, that 64 car, trying to overcome a little bit of bobbling on the last pit stop. He just goes by Clint Boyer for the 4th spot in the 2 car. We're riding with Clint here.
Jamie's car is real good after a couple of 3 laps, so I think he'll be okay, but I'm not sure that he can get up there and catch Matt Kenseth now that he's out front.
Right now, Harvick and Kane up to the 13th and 14th position. What, this 64 car, he's like he shot out of a rocket here just a few laps after this restart. He just goes by Tony Stewart in the 33. He takes over the 3rd spot now.
Yeah, that's a 33 car, Tony Stewart, though, still jumping sideways off the corner. Whatever, they made some improvement, but I don't think they fixed it yet.
McMurray is the fastest car on the racetrack right now, but he is 3rd behind Kenseth and Hamlin.
See Greg Biffle right there in the 16 car. He just ran his fastest lap here on lap 70. Biffle up in the 6th position there behind Clint Boyer.
Steve?
And Mike, on the last pit stop, he made very similar adjustments to his teammate at Roush Racing, Mark Martin. They brought air pressure a pound on the left side tires, but they also added a round of wedge into the left rear.
So it sounds like they're dropping the left side air to help the car turn, but just putting a little bit of wedge in the car just to make sure it's good and secure on the drive off the corner.
They both do different things, and that's where a really good driver can come on the radio and say, here's what it's doing, and then you got a good crew chief that says, all right, we make 2 changes to fix your problem.
Because you don't get a lot of opportunities here to make your car better.
Closing in on halfway in the Diamond Hill Plywood 200 at Darlington. Hope you're enjoying this Friday night on FX.
On the next DVD on TV, The Core. Going in.
Do it! Plus special effects that will blow you away. Monday at 8, only on FX.
Get me closer, man. I smell a Hemi. I knew it! The new Ram 1500 with a new front end, new suspension, new frame. It's got a Hemi, all right. And that MDS to save you gas. A new interior. Woo! That can't be good.
This May, get 0% financing for 60 months or $4,500 cash allowance on Dodge Ram 1500.
Here are your Fanatics grill platters.
Oh, yeah. Beef, pork, ribs, vegetable medley. Sausage! That's what I'm talking about.
Meat lovers rejoice. It's Friday's new Meat Fanatics grill menu featuring our flat iron steak, now just $8.99 for a limited time. Everyone could use more Fridays.
Beef!
4th caution of the night. Steve Park checked up for Mark McFarland right here, and here comes Mike Bliss. And just can opener the rear quarter panel on Park's car.
He just ripped that baby right off.
And off it flew. Well, you don't mess with Smith & Wesson there. Anyway, we're under caution. Matt Kenseth's your leader, Denny Hamlin, Jamie McMurray, and Tony Stewart.
When we set out to build an entirely new type of motorcycle, we looked everywhere for inspiration. Except to convention. The 113 cubic inch fuel-injected Star Roadliner. We build it, you make it your own. Test drive one today at participating Yamaha dealers. Now get a 5-year warranty plus low 5.9% financing on any Roadliner or Stratoliner.
Celebrate Mom at Zales with our Diamond Solitaire earrings. Save $200 on these diamond earrings, now just $199 each. Only at Zales, the diamond store.
I learned a lot when I found out I had high blood pressure, but I didn't know it could lead to erectile dysfunction.
Having diabetes changed my life, but I didn't know it could lead to ED.
Guys should know that having certain health conditions like high blood pressure
or diabetes may lead to ED, and that Levitra can help.
Doctors know Levitra works for men with ED, even those with high blood pressure or diabetes. Levitra is only for men healthy enough for sexual activity. If you have heart problems or are on alpha blocker therapy, talk to your doctor before taking Levitra. Do not take Levitra if you take nitrates for chest pains, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing and stuffy or runny nose. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help if you experience an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease in vision, stop taking Levitra and call your doctor right away.
Imagine what Levitra can do for you. Talk to your doctor.
The more you know about ED, the more you'll want to know about Levitra.
Gray hair and a beard is pugnacious.
In other words, gray hair stinks.
Just for men, swishes and dishes gray.
Gray is gone.
It's simplistic and naturalistic.
Easy.
And Claude looks splendiferous.
Just for Men gel with a new True Color formula.
We're under caution at Darlington. Grab a handful of throttle and test out our Star Motorcycles trivia question. Who are the only drivers to complete a weekend sweep of the Busch and Cup race at Darlington? How many are there? Two. Okay, you need 2 names.
I think one of them was our guest in the hotel early in the evening.
Wrong. Well, usually the answer to every Busch race question is either Mark Martin or Harry Gant, so that's 2.
That could be the very 2.
Mark Martin and Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, Big E.
Boy, were we fooled.
Back in '87. Huh. Well.
So we listened in on Tony Stewart and team under this caution.
Starting to get tight again already, bud. Or loose, I mean.
Spoke, I want you to turn your brake fans off, okay?
Okay. You're going to have to explain that to me.
Trying to get some air in that right front tire, you know.
All right, that was Wally Rogers, his crew chief. And remember, Darrell's been pointing out, Tony Stewart's car has been loose. If you can make the air pressure come up in those front tires, it's like increasing the front spring rate and will tighten the car up. One way you can do that, they use these blowers mainly to cool the tires as much as they do the brakes, so they're going to cut the blowers off. That'll let the air pressure build up just a little bit.
And now I know what he was confused about. He didn't say bead blowers. That's usually what, in Cup cars, they talk about bead blowers. He said turn your brake fans off. So Tony said, brake fans? What's that got to do with it? It's a little different way of getting what they wanted.
Okay. There's Kenny Wallace carrying the autism awareness pin on the net there. Kenny's like trying to blink out some speedy dry there. Boy, that's nasty stuff when it gets up in your helmet there.
Well, you know what? When you blink your eyes, it adds oxygen in there, it clears your vision up. So sometimes, I mean, I've ridden around under caution, blinking my eyes a lot just to clear my vision up a little bit. Night racing lights can be sometimes deceptive.
So Clint Boyer there, the 2 cars sitting in the 5th position right now, man, second in the points.
68 laps to go, probably one more pit stop.
You know what I think? It's Friday night. We're past halfway.
Why not?
Let's crank it up.
Full moon.
Matt Kenseth is giving this field the goodbye look.
Yeah,
he's already jumped out to a 1 second lead.
Just in about 2.5 or 3 laps he's done now.
Biffle 6th. Sorensen up to 9th. Harvick up to 12th, followed by Kane. Carl Edwards at 17th.
Reed Sorensen in that 41 car, he started pretty deep in the field, started back in 23rd. And as you mentioned, Mike, he's worked his way in the top 10. Getting a little pressure from Scott Wimmer in the 66 car. This is a battle for 9th right now. Wimmer will take the spot away from Sorensen, but a good run for Reed.
66 car. Yeah, there you go. Drive away from that 66 car. Pretty good little hot rod week in, week out, no matter who drives it. Michael finished 10th in it over in Nashville. Schrader's driven the car some. They do a good job, Newt Moore in that crowd.
You know, Scott Wimmer's had a lot of success in the Busch Series. It's kind of a shame it hasn't translated over into Cup.
This is good for his confidence, though.
Yes.
Getting in a good race car, getting some good runs under his belt. That 4 car he's driving in Cup, the McClure car, it keeps getting better, too. So he's coming around.
I think the best thing of his whole day had to be holding that baby in pre-race.
Oh, yeah. That changes your perspective. It makes a bad day at the racetrack not seem nearly as bad as it used to.
Well, this is a pretty good day. Running in the top 10, and here's Mr. Edwards running in 16th, Dick.
And what a story on Carl Edwards and his race car, Mike. The car he's got was brought to Texas brand new. He crashed it in practice. Then they brought it here. It had never turned a lap in an actual race. Brought it here. In the first practice, he was fast. Bounced it off the wall. So that's 2 crashes. Then later in his time trial, he crashed it again. So 3 crashes before this car ever saw an actual lap of competition. And then during the race itself, he dented the left front corner of it. But he's motoring forward. After starting in the very tail end, Edwards is now running 15th. A few moments ago, his spotter, Jason Hedleski, came on the radio and said, "Carl, you're sliding all over the place." Carl, just cool as always, keyed his radio and said, "Oh yeah, I know." He enjoys this place.
Oh yeah. Boy, Casey Kane had a try on Paul Menard, but turn 2 wasn't the place.
And look at left for the 38, 3 wide. Somebody's got to give here, DW.
Yeah, what happened there is, again, you know, Paul gets in the outside rear, has to let out the throttle a little bit, slows them down, and here they come.
And here's our pole sitter Hamlin under attack from Stewart, and Clint Boyer moving through as well.
Tony's car's getting a little bit better. The adjustments they've been making, they've been helping it. It could come around here before the night's over with.
They've been helping that 6 car, Mark Martin, as well. A couple of laps ago, he drove by his teammate Greg Biffle in the 16. He pulls right to the back of Tony Stewart in the 33.
You won't know how good Mark Martin's car is till it's showtime.
Darrell, you can just see that view right there. That's still loose. I mean, loose.
It's jumping loose. He comes off the corner. It's the worst kind of loose you can have because it just hops right out from under him as he exits the corner.
And it just kills the speed down these long straightaways.
Got to let off and catch it. That in your breath.
Well, during the pre-race, we saw a look at Jupiter. Kenseth and McMurray are in a whole different orbit than the rest of these cars. They are 4.5 seconds out in front of 3rd place and pulling away from Denny Hamlin there, Clint Boyer, and Mark Martin. There's the gap, and there's the man leading the train, Matt Kenseth. There's McMurray, and a big distance back to 3rd place. But with 59 laps to go, anything can happen. Probably will.
Probably will. One more pit stop, too.
What is this? Oh, these are great! Ooh, it's heavy. Oh, is this what I think it is? Oh my God,
The NASCAR.com Superstore. Everything you need except the bridal registry.
We should have never let the guys pick the gifts.
Get to it and other exclusive NASCAR content at AOL and NASCAR.com.
Don't you just love a good bridal shower?
The once-in-a-lifetime launch spectacular. Come check out 4 all-new Toyotas. We're making room for these new models, so great deals are going on now. See the all-new, bigger, more powerful RAV4 with an available 269 horsepower V6. Or check out Yaris at 40 miles per gallon highway. The car you can afford to drive is the car you want to drive. Or get great customer cash on the sporty Corolla. Hurry, it all ends soon. It's time to move forward.
AMCO Transmissions wants you to know. After 12 months, your transmission fluid can turn old and dirty. Problem is, many shops only replace 4 quarts. That's why there's AMCO's Power Purge. It replaces all 12, and that's better for your transmission. The Power Purge, only $99.95 at AMCO.
Looking at this yellow linoleum for years.
Gold shag? How embarrassing. Hello, 70s over.
Stained carpet is no setting for a princess like me.
Are they telling you something? Then go to Century Tile, where stylish flooring is in stock, ready to take home or have installed at the price you want to pay. When you think of tile, think Century Tile.
That's more like it.
See Century for Permastone Luxury Vinyl Floor Tile by NAFCO. Permastone's large format tiles feature a grout joint that hides seams. See NAFCO Permastone at Century Tile.
Hair and a beard is pugnacious.
In other words, gray hair stinks.
Just for men, swishes and dishes gray.
Gray is gone.
It's simplistic and naturalistic. Easy.
And Claude looks splendiferous.
Just for Men gel with a new True Color formula.
The Just for Men right on target move of the race. Mark Martin, 8 poles here, 8 wins, 12 top 5s, 16 top 10s. He's led 19 races and 972 laps. He leads in all those categories I just mentioned, and he's been making some cool moves here tonight. New and improved Just for Men. Targets only the gray, nothing like it.
He's been definitely picking them up and laying them down, and he's really faster than our leaders right now, but he's 6 seconds behind leader Matt Kenseth in the 17.
But Mark makes passes where he doesn't jeopardize anything. He doesn't put himself in any danger. He doesn't put the guy he's racing with in any danger. He knows exactly where to make these passes.
And he's about to race our pole sitter for 3rd place here as he closes in on Hamlin at turn 4. You can't even see the leader hardly. There's 2nd place, Jamie McMurray.
Yeah, Kenseth just continues to lay fast lap down after fast lap.
There's 3rd and 4th.
And just remember, Matt Kenseth working with crew chief Jimmy Finning. You know, after Roush did the shakeup a few weeks ago, Jimmy Finning actually ended up down looking over the Busch teams. And Chad Norris, Matt Kenseth's crew chief that was suspended for 4 races after Texas, there's Jimmy Finning right there. Jimmy is now looking after the 17 car of Matt Kenseth.
And just another combination of driver crew chief I think is really good. Jimmy's from up there in Minnesota or Wisconsin. Matt's from up there. I think the communication is really good. Old guy, young guy, works good together.
3rd place battle. Mark Martin is so good off turn 2 and back here. For 12th place, Carl Edwards going past Casey Kane, making it look easy.
Now that's 2 of our 3 cars that had to start in the rear. Carl Edwards in the 60 and Casey Kane in the 9, but the one that has made the biggest move, our points leader, had to start at the rear of the field because of an engine change before qualifying. He has now passed the car that he owns, Tony Stewart in the 33. Harvick now in the 21 has moved up to the 8th position, up in the top 10.
There's how your standings would look.
I can only recall one other time. I think it was maybe in 2000 when Jeff Green had a huge point lead, about like Harvick's got here.
Here's Jason Leffler making the move on Paul Menard. Not this time. Stacked up behind them are Yaley and Ashton Lewis. Now Dick Berggren is in the pits of Paul Menard. And there's something funny going on there.
Oh, yeah, there sure is. I thought I'd seen everything in a pit. But one of Menard's sponsors, Moen, makes faucets and sinks, and they figure a clean crew is a happy crew. So look at this, Mike. We got a faucet with running water right here in the pit. Watch.
Just when you think you have seen it all in the pits. I don't know that I've ever seen that.
That's
Dick Berggren has clean hands.
That's a lot better than a water hose, I can tell you that.
And now he's washing his hands of that story and moving on.
On to something else.
Just cleaning up some loose ends.
Leffler trying Menard again, heading for turn 3. He's got a bead on him on the bottom. Might make it.
I tell you, he's going to force his way by.
Yep.
But that's the only way you've been able to get by Paul Menard. We've seen a couple of guys really struggle to get around him. He's just fast enough to make it difficult to get by.
Now J.J. Yaley in the 18 car pulls up beside him. Now the 25 car back there, Ashton Lewis Jr., he is actually 1 lap down. Remember, he had that right rear tire issue early in the race.
But ever since then, Larry, the 25 has been able to maintain a pretty competitive speed.
So Menard holds at 16th, while McMurray has erased Kenseth's lead, but for traffic. They lap past Danny O'Quinn now.
Happens all the time here. You can get a straightaway ahead, but you start getting that lap traffic, holds you up, and here comes the guy running second.
And he is in a lot of lap traffic now.
46 laps to go on Full Moon Friday night. You're watching the NASCAR Busch Series presented by Star Motorcycles on FX.
All right, kids, line it up on the free throw line. You, and you. Come over here. The rest of you kids, go hang out with those 2 losers over there.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
No, you can't take all. You can't pick all.
I can't pick them.
Thursday, June 29th, only on FX.
Hello?
Repeat after me en español. No conexión. No conexión.
Yes.
No conexión.
No.
Hi guys, it's Maggie. Yes, I got the email.
La Quinta. It's tough out there, but here, everything's a little brighter, a little warmer. Everything's La Quinta. For reservations, visit lq.com.
A John Deere 100 series can be yours starting at $13.99. Welcome to the John Deere neighborhood. Now available in more stores than ever. See the full line at johndeere.com.
If you're looking to ramp up your ride, get ready. Advance Auto Parts has a brand new special order center just for you. Your one-of-a-kind, one-stop shop for everything you could ever want in parts and performance accessories. Everything from lift kits to cool custom accessories is ready for direct-to-your-door delivery or convenient in-store pickup. When you want the most complete selection of parts and accessories, the only place to go is the new special order center in Advance Auto Parts.
We're ready in advance.
It's 30 shrimp at Red Lobster. Mix and match 2 irresistible favorites from Decadent Scampi, hand-breaded, shrimp pasta, or new spicy Cajun shrimp. That's 30 shrimp for $11.99, only at Red Lobster.
So, what kind of financial help are you looking for? Maybe you need insurance to help protect you. Benefits to help your business reach new heights. Or a retirement plan to invest for the future. Then again, maybe there's someone who can help with all of those things. The Principal Financial Group will give you an edge.
Rescue Me premieres Tuesday, May 30th at 10 on FX.
41 laps to go. You're riding at 18th place with Kenny Wallace in the AutoZone Ford. Right behind Brian Vickers, the Mountain Dew Chevy. Got a free pass earlier and has used it to good advantage, Larry.
Yeah, when he got the free pass, there was no reason for him not to come to pit road. Now, he only has a few less laps on his tires than some of the competitors, but a few less is a lot when it comes to tires here at this place.
And right behind them, David Rudiman, then Mark McFarland and John Andretti.
David's doing a good job in the old Aaron Dream machine. He's right there in the 20th spot, keeping his nose clean. Pretty nice run for David Rudiman.
His laps time's a little quicker than the 2 cars ahead of him. We still have 28 cars on the lead lap with 39 to go.
And here's where we're at on this, what could be the final pit stop. Is all the leaders, for the most part, were on pit road at lap 63. They should be able to go to between 125 and 130. But I think what we'll see about lap 115 to 120, not that far away, you possibly will see some of these leaders come to pit road and trying to short pit to take advantage of those fresh tires.
Boy, McMurray, all of a sudden, Larry, the 20-car Hamlin just flew by him. And now the 64 looks like he is really struggling right now. Anybody know anything about what's going on with that car?
Well, we listened in on McMurray. Let's see if that tells us anything.
Yeah, my right front's going. Is it vibrating or is it just sliding? Just sliding right now.
Well, and we saw him run that car awfully hard a while ago to run Matt Kenseth down. If his car is just a little bit tight, pushing, shoving the front end, it's probably definitely use that right front. McMurray could be very well one of the first cars to hit pit road.
If he's got his right front is worn out, he needs to come to pit road pretty quickly because there's not a lot of rubber on these tires, and once they're worn out, you need to get in and get some new ones. Don't call in and tell me you think you got a problem here.
Let's talk about getting on to pit road here, Jeff.
Well, Mike, what I'm seeing is we talk about how important it is for somebody maybe to start making a short pit and getting on the pit road. Darrell knows this, so does Larry, that you've got to be careful because this racetrack will fool you. Your commitment line, you come in real fast, and all of a sudden you come around that corner kind of blind, and there's the end of pit wall, the big water barrels, and I've seen a lot of drivers get in trouble trying to hustle on the pit road based on a crew chief saying, man, you got to get on pit road, hustle to me as quick as you can. That can spell disaster late in the race. Worn tires and a lot of debris on this racetrack.
Yeah, that's the big thing, Jeff. That tire's worn out, you're not going to have any grip. But I tell you, somebody that's got a lot of grip for being this far into a run and close to a pit stop is that red car right there behind our leader. Denny Hamlin is coming like a train, baby.
Yeah, he's about 3/10 of a lap faster than our leader, Matt Kenseth, right now. Denny Hamlin in the 20, but we're getting close to that, maybe that final pit stop, Dick Berggren.
Yeah, but in every pit stop, Hamlin's car has improved, and right now it's the best it's ever been. When he passed Jamie McMurray, Hamlin keyed the radio and said, "Here, Matty, 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 Matty." I mean, he is just so cool behind the wheel, and that's what it takes to have a great finish here at Darlington.
I just want to follow up on what Jeff Hamlin was talking about, and Darrell was talking about a little bit. What makes pit road so treacherous also is you have to get down off the racetrack on the apron, and that apron is slick. There's a lot of oil dry and everything else, and almost inevitably, every time we get the green flag stops, someone either almost spins out trying to get all they can to get to pit road, or as Jeff talked about, they completely miss pit road.
Let me tell you what's down there that Jeff and I looked at this morning. We were doing our drive and ride. Water barrels right at the end of pit road down there, and they stick out there pretty far, bud, when you start turning on the pit lane. What Hamlin's got to be careful of, he is caught. Yeah, here we go. He had caught Matt Kenseth. He just had to be careful not to be over exuberant that sometimes those rookies can be.
Well, with 33 laps to go, certainly we know everyone will be to pit road for 4 tires adjustments. This pit stop right here could be either a race winning or race losing pit stop. Remember the problems McMurray had a while ago. You don't need problems like that now on this last pit stop.
Oh, and we know how good the 17 is. Of course, the 20's got good pit selection, so we'll see what happens here.
We're told there is debris on the racetrack once again that puts us under caution at lap 115.
This is one place you won't hear many drivers complain about a caution. No. Give me one.
I'm going to tell you who really I think likes this caution. Kevin Harvick in the 21 car. He has made his way to 7th position. I'm sure he feels like this caution is the equalizer for him. He will now be caught up. And remember, his crew always does a pretty good job on pit road.
And Jamie McMurray, which I got to believe he was within a lap or two of coming to pit road. So it's good timing for him. It's a perfect time to have a caution flag.
And we don't have to worry about everybody getting to pit road now under green conditions.
That's right, and should set up for a great finish. Pierre did his job.
He's the truck is out in turn 2.
Pierre Debris.
Jacques
Pierre Debris.
and his brother Jacques.
Yes.
Yes.
You seem to know me quite well.
Here's a man here looking for some adjustments on his race car too. Tony Stewart in the 33 car and fell back to the 10th position.
Jimmy Finning.
Jimmy, what will you do?
He would never, till you go down and ask him, he wouldn't tell you.
The only decision to make here is what adjustments. It's easy on the other part. Fuel and 4 tires, Steve Burns.
Larry Mack, Mark Martin has the very first pit stall off of turn 4. It's pit stall number 43. Mark, very decisive when the caution came out. He said, I want a round and a half of wedge out. A round and a half of wedge out. He also gets a tear off, a clean windshield for the final laps of this race. Matt.
Jamie McMurray was a half a lap away from pitting when the caution flag came out. He doesn't think he has a flat right front tire. He just thinks it's chunking. The tire almost rolls away. Now they're going to make a significant air pressure adjustment. His car was tight. Kenseth, on the other hand, the leader, his car was loose on that run. And he is away. He will beat the 64. Dick.
Some drivers tell their crew chiefs the changes that they want. Denny Hamlin just said he wanted the car to be freer in the middle. Do whatever you got to do. Crew chief Dave Rogers called the changes, and Hamlin is going to leave with the lead here. He said just before he pitted that the car is bad to the bone. 30 laps in, so this thing is hot on a long run.
Hamlin gets out first. Harvick gets out about where he came in.
Oh, yeah. Good qualifying run, good pit selection, good pit stop. Guess what? Had to start on the pole. He's leading the race now.
What you do for a living has little to do with being alive. Easy drinking Busch Light. Head for the mountains of Busch.
Hitting the road with everything you love never loses its thrill. What will you discover? Go RVing. Visit GoRVing.com for a free video and see an RV dealer.
Somewhere between two highways, there was a really good station. Somewhere between breakfast and lunch, there was a roadblock. Somewhere between the kids and the grandkids, there was a second childhood. And somewhere between where you are and where you're going, there's a Super 8. See you along the way. Get more rewards with Trip Rewards at Super 8.
Drive to rewards at Super 8 and you can win a hot Chevy Uplander. For details, visit super8.com.
Yeah, let me hear it.
We say hit, you say stop.
Kate and Tim don't know the score. Greg does. He got his credit score from freecreditreport.com. Don't be like them. Get the score. Log on to freecreditreport.com to get your free credit score and report, and you'll be entered for a chance to win an honorary crew chief position with Greg Biffle at a 2007 NASCAR Series race. No purchase necessary to enter or win. See website for details. Free credit score and report with enrollment in Triple Advantage.
Nicorette presents Win the Battle, 1997 Daytona 500. With owner Rick Hendrick fighting leukemia, a 25-year-old Jeff Gordon promises a win. Fighting from way back, he makes a bunch of daring maneuvers.
Oh, look out on the flanger. Gordon is trying to get by.
Gordon becomes the race's youngest winner ever, and a man of his word. When you make the promise to beat smoking, Nicorette can help you back it up. Win the battle, one craving at a time with Nicorette.
The NASCAR.com Superstore. Everything you need except the bridal registry.
We should have never let the guys pick the gifts.
Get to it and other exclusive NASCAR content at AOL and NASCAR.com.
29 laps to go. We're under caution. A track that someone will tame tonight. It's been a battle of fire and water and steam tonight as competitors have gone at it from the start.
See right there, a lot of contact with Denny Hamlin inside of the 25 car, John Andretti. Also, take a look at Mike Wallace and Steve Park. They go at it. This is what you see here at Darlington, a lot of side-by-side beating and banging for a big racetrack. Now we see Jamie McMurray, the leader time, he even gets loose. This racetrack is treacherous for everybody.
Matt Kenseth led 50 laps, but pit stop adventure.
Yeah, came down there, the rear tire changer, maybe just a little bit late coming to that right rear, slowed him down just enough. Now it cost Matt Kenseth the lead. He is now second place behind Denny Hamlin. Even though it's a solid stop, he's still in second place.
Green flag. 28 to go.
Ryan Newman in the 39 car. Right now, he is 2 laps down, trying to get one of those laps back from Denny Hamlin in the 20 car. Remember, Ryan Newman has been fighting fuel pressure issues all night long since the drop of the green flag. So now he's 1 lap down.
And he's pretty fast. I've been watching him when he comes back out on the track. He's been really fast, so I don't think he'll be a real problem for these guys. And I'm sure that they'll be asking him to move over if he starts holding them up.
Riding with Kenny Wallace here in the 22 car. He's back in about the 21st, 22nd position. Kevin Harvick in the 21, our points leader, worked his way up to 7th position. Reed Sorensen in the 41 car, caution is out.
Didn't hit anything.
So Ryan Newman will get one of those laps back. Now he'll be 1 down in the 39 car.
Jay Sauter got the free pass on the last caution. This time it should be Mark Green. Well, there's Reed.
Just got in there on the apron, pushed up the hill, got into the side of Stacy Compton there in the 59.
Got a yellow.
So we're back under caution for the 6th time.
Tuesday, May 30th. Dennis Leary returns.
Cool, I'm in.
Rescue Me premieres Tuesday, May 30th, only on FX.
Previously on Circle of Trust.
I didn't say anything when Rhonda took my lipstick, ate my peanut butter, and stole my boyfriend. But today, she tried to sign me up for Net Zero. I hate them. My Netscape has unlimited internet access and free web accelerator for just $9.95 a month. You know, Net Zero charges you every time you call for tech support. That's crazy. She's crazy.
Get Netscape. Sign up today.
And it all comes down to this for Howard.
For his fiancée, it's meant postponing their wedding for this event.
It's a clean start. There seems to be some sort of trouble with the Hampton boat. Oh dear, a seat just broke.
The boat is literally falling apart.
Somebody is going to have a lot of explaining to do.
Not the official tools of competitive rowing. The official tools of NASCAR. Craftsman at Sears.
I learned a lot when I found out I had high blood pressure, but I didn't know it could lead to erectile dysfunction.
Having diabetes changed my life, but I didn't know it could lead to ED.
Guys should know that having certain health conditions like high blood pressure
or diabetes may lead to ED, and that Levitra can help.
Doctors know Levitra works for men with ED, even those with high blood pressure or diabetes. Levitra is only for men healthy enough for sexual activity. If you have heart problems or are on alpha blocker therapy, talk to your doctor before taking Levitra. Do not take Levitra if you take nitrates for chest pains, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing and stuffy or runny nose. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help if you experience an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease in vision, stop taking Levitra and call your doctor right away.
Imagine what Levitra can do for you. Talk to your doctor.
The more you know about ED, the more you'll want to know about Levitra.
Gray hair in a beard is pugnacious.
In other words, gray hair stinks.
Just for men, swishes and dishes gray.
Gray is gone.
It's simplistic and naturalistic.
Easy.
And Claude looks splendiferous.
Just for men gel with a new True Color formula.
The latest Turtle Wax breakthrough in car polish is Clear. Crystal Clear Turtle Wax Ice. Ice leaves no white residue on trim or in seams.
I had no residue whatsoever.
Ice leaves nothing behind but pure shine. Now, your choice is clear. Turtle Wax Ice.
The NASCAR Busch Series presented on FX by Star Motorcycles. Darrell, they're going to restart with 23 laps to go. Denny Hamlin, it's his 3rd appearance here. He's finished 8th and 7th. It's the first time he's led. Yep, full moon Friday night. What does Hamlin need to do to seal the deal?
Well, you know, he spun his tires on the start of this race. He doesn't need to do that. The other thing he needs to do is clear that lap traffic and then dig, baby. Hard as you can go, because that's about how many laps you got in your tires.
Don't look back.
Nope.
Mike, you mentioned this is his 3rd start here. The first trip he made here, it was actually his first career Busch Series start. He was fastest in practice before qualifying. Qualifying got rained out, but he came home with a top 10 finish that day.
Winner at Mexico City, 4th at Bristol, 3rd at Nashville. 3 top 5 finishes coming in here. And he's one of 17 drivers in this race that will run here tomorrow night
in the Dodge Charger 500. They're coming around to take the green. It'll be 23 laps to go in the Diamond Hill Plywood 200.
Hamlin coming off that great second place run last week at Richmond and bringing that momentum right on in here to tonight's race.
Get ready, green flag, green flag.
Looks like Hamlin and Kenseth both will clear the lap car of Johnny Sauter in the 00 car.
Oh, got a car around right there. Big trouble right here,
Newman.
guys.
It's Newman.
Big trouble.
Scott Wimmer piles in. And it looked like so did Mike Bliss.
Caution will be out again. There you see the damage.
Need them tires and look at the left front fender.
Oh, man. Scott Wimmer having a great run.
He was running in 11th position when they took the green flag.
That'll put him back to 30th.
Racing down into turn one, really difficult to do with all these cars packed in here together. Carl Edwards gets into the back of Ryan. There goes the 2 up in the wall. 66 gets hit by Mike Bliss in a 30. Just an accordion effect.
And either Tony Stewart or Bernie Lamar involved here going past Newman might have got a little damage.
Watch how close Clint Bowyer just drives through the smoke. Just skim the wall just a little bit. Squeezes through there.
Hit it pretty good, actually.
Now, one of those Dollar General cars comes through right here.
Tony
It's Stewart. Yep. Got a little damage. Maybe.
Wimmer was all right till he got run over by Bliss. So just everybody backing up there, bottling up. Boyer got it. I don't know how much damage he got. He scraped that wall pretty hard.
When you look at how many cars were behind this group, we're lucky we didn't have a big old pile up.
Yeah, that's why I was saying we got big trouble, because that's right up in the middle of the restart. But because it was a restart, they didn't quite have a head of steam up yet. There you go. There's Tony's car. Does have some rear damage.
Have I mentioned?
There's a moon out tonight.
Ba, 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 ba.
Let's go racing, boys.
Good night, Moon.
Let's hurry up and restart this race so we don't have to sing.
Newman.
Newman!
Newman!
Introducing new Gillette Fusion. On the front, 5 blades spaced closer together for more comfort. On the back, a precision trimmer for those tricky places or just playing tricks.
I got those guys good.
Looking sharp, Newman. Thanks.
New Gillette Fusion. In manual or battery powered. The only razor used by the Gillette Young Guns.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, come on. Touch the clover. My car will turn over. This is a 1.
Running out of luck getting your car started?
There you go.
For advice on keeping your car going, go to NASCAR.com and click on Auto Service.
From 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Crowell Company's Lantern Man is your insurance superhero. It's baseball season, and Crowell Company's Lantern Man can hit a home run for you by providing the best rates for your car, home, and health insurance. Join the winning team. No one's in our league when it comes to protecting your car, home, and family. Let Crowell Company's Lantern Man be your insurance superhero. Crowell Agency in Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Discover the 5-star difference in every South Holland Dodge.
Join the caravan of savings to South Holland Dodge. Right now, you can drive America's #1 selling minivan, Dodge Caravan, for just $13,935. Giant selection, giant savings.
Only at Chicagoland's first 5-star dealer.
Discover the 5-star difference in every South Holland Dodge.
This weekend, dare to compare the Room Place at Harlem Furniture to any other furniture store. Dare to compare prices. Other stores charge $8.99 for the sofa. That's ridiculous. It's just $5.99 at the Room Place. Dare to compare financing. Only the Room Place gives you free financing until 2009. Dare to compare delivery. Others may take weeks, but we guarantee next day delivery. Dare to compare now through Monday, and you'll find there is no comparison. The Room Place at Harlem Furniture. Great looks for less.
30th.
Oh my God, you're like the same age as my dad. Why does that turn me on?
Rescue Me. Season premiere Tuesday, May 30th. Only on FX.
19 laps to go, 31 cars on the lead lap. Ashton Lewis got the free pass, and I promise you, this full moon Friday night thing or Saturday night thing is a lot more reliable than the vortex theory. When the full moon is out, cars just crash all over the place.
Are we going to have a full moon next week? Will it last?
No,
next
that'd be a no.
Oh. I just wondered because, you know, next week is the All-Star race.
Under the lights, Saturday night.
Green flag.
19 laps to go. Now Kenseth had a little bit of a problem clearing the lap car that time on the inside. Johnny Sauter 00, let Denny Hamlin get away just a little bit. Here comes McMurray in third in the 64 car.
Yeah, but I don't think that you got to worry because the way these guys are racing back here, there could be another quick caution here.
Still outside, outside.
Whoa, Biffle got way loose
Clear,
off turn 4
there.
and almost threw the car away. Mark Martin gets past him.
Well, there's one guy that can get away with that, and he's driving that 16 car.
I think the paint job might have scared him. It's a bright color.
Down underneath, coming off turn 4 here. Carl step out like that every time.
He had that left front down on that apron just ever so slightly.
Got to pinch it down so hard right there. Got so much wheel in it that it. Oh, got a car. Here we go. Here we go.
2 in the wall, turn 4. Tony Stewart and Joel Kaufman. And
all right, guys, get on your.
Looks like there's a.
After the fact, Stewart's car must not have steered well. It got into Kaufman again, and I think Kenny Wallace then got involved.
Yeah, I think that's just Tony's car. The wheels are all locked up. He can't steer that bad boy. I'm sure there'll be other people that have different opinion, but having been there, done that.
Yeah, Stewart was running in the 9th position.
12 car up there. He's already got damage. Tony gets into him trying to make the pass. Turns Tony into the fence. A lot of damage to both those race cars.
And Darrell, what could have prevented that? Kaufman being a lap down, rolled out of the throttle and let Stewart slide up in front of him.
Yeah, and that's smart racing here. You don't race guys here when you're a lap down and you got the 20 laps to go. And
actually, Kaufman's 3 laps down.
But at the start of that, Kaufman's up high, and there's smoke coming from the left front of Kaufman's
he already
car.
had damage from, I think, this other crash down here with Ryan Newman and them.
Stewart is on pit road. Let's go to the leader's pit and Dick.
Well, Denny Hamlin, based on what he has just told his crew, is no longer certain that he has the car to win the race. He has set under the caution flag that the car is still tight, and they should have made more dramatic changes than they made to it. And you know what's interesting? I go back to what Mark Martin told his crew. He knew there were only 30 laps left in this race. He knew possibly we would have some short runs because of cautions, and he knew that he wanted them to get pretty aggressive with taking wedge out of the car. He told him a round and a half because I know what I need for 30 laps, and that's experience at this racetrack.
Yeah, but I think Hamlin will be okay. He's out front, so he's got a lot of clean air to plant the nose. That's going to help that tight condition. As long as he stays out front, I think he'll be okay.
Now, the full moon will not last until next weekend, but it will be here tomorrow night, Chris and Jeff, when we run the Dodge Charger 500.
Yeah, the South Carolina scenery providing a spectacular backdrop for tonight and for the Cup race tomorrow here in Darlington. On the pre-race show, Denny Hamlin leading here, fresh off his best finish in his Cup career. He'll go 10 laps with us. DW takes the Petty Driving Experience car around the Lady in Black, hopefully avoiding the stripe. He flew a tire while celebrating last week in Richmond. Tomorrow, Junior will roll with us live just before the race.
Hey, welcome to Darlington. Yeah, we're ready to go rock and roll with 200 miles an hour.
It's the place to be, and you'll have a great Speedcast to show with DW and Jeff. Saturday night on Fox. Coverage at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Mike?
Joe Gibbs Racing out in front here with Denny Hamlin. And there's a look at the front row for tomorrow night. A pair of Dodges start up front in the Dodge Charger 500.
Warning to the dude on the pole. Be sure to make the drivers meeting tomorrow night.
Don't miss it.
And here's the aftermath of what happened up there in turn number 4.
And that you saw Kenny Wallace in the 22 had to evade that and pretty much got into Todd Cleaver into the 06 car.
What do you think? I believe Tony was just trying to get down out of the way, actually.
Dog ate his homework.
Well, you hit the wall, you can get behind in your steering.
Well, yeah, and then the steering's all bound up. I just think he was trying to get down to the inside.
I got 2 words for you. Full moon. Steve?
Glad that's all it is.
And Mike, how about another 2 words? Mark Martin. Let's talk to his crew chief, Mike Beam. Laps are running out, Mike, but you got a guy who's won here 8 times. Can he make it 9?
You know, Steve, we just need to go green here. Our car is so much better. You know, these cautions are really hurting us, you know. So, but, you know, when you got Mark Martin here, you know, you got a good shot at. We just kind of had a lug nut cross, so that beat us. You know, we lost a little. But, you know, this is our truck team, you know. It's our Craftsman truck team, you know, and Richie Latender and Kale up off and Hal Ross and all these guys. They do such a good job. I'm proud of them, doing double duty. So we're having fun and just really, but we'll see. Like Mark, he's chomping it, but he wants to make it number 9. But, you know, it's good fun right now.
All right, good luck, Mike. Back upstairs.
Is Mike Beam running for office?
I don't know what he
That's pretty roundabout way of saying we hope we can.
He covered all the bases, though.
Yes,
if we win, he got it covered. If we don't, we got it covered.
And thanked all his guys.
Yeah.
I like that.
The one point he made, he's got Mark Martin behind the wheel of that race car.
Up front, Denny Hamlin. Joe Gibbs Racing has 1 Busch Series and 1 Nextel Cup win at Darlington, both with Bobby Labonte behind the wheel.
Well, I tell you one thing. That car on the end, is that who's
Johnny Sauter in the 00
That
car.
00 is crowding our leader, man.
Boy, Kenseth in the 17 stays right with Denny Hamlin in the 20. Kenseth trying to clear that lap car of Johnny Sauter. He'll do it, as well as McMurray in the 64 car. 13 laps to go.
Well, that was the whole thing, Larry. They had to clear that lap traffic before they got to turn 1.
Which Kenseth did not do on the last restart.
Right, and he realized that, so he was right up on the back of the 20 car of Hamlin. Well, this is when you find out how cool you really are right here, rookie. Because you got one of the best chasing you, and you better not look back.
And more company coming with McMurray and Martin.
Yeah, this is some Darlington experts that this kid is holding off right now.
And Darrell, it looks like maybe Denny Hamlin is a little better than Kenseth down in 1 and 2, but last time through 3 and 4 looked like Kenseth got through the middle of the corner a little better than Hamlin right where they're at right now.
Well, I tell you what, I think Hamlin's a little bit better everywhere, Larry. He just drove off a 2 and got a little distance. Got a little distance coming off of turn 4 that time.
He's driving a great race, but I think the one car in this pack that has been so good all night off turn 2 has been that 6 car of Mark Martin.
Mark's got to get there, though, and these guys are stretching out on him pretty quickly. He lost a little ground that time, Mike. I think
he did.
Overdrove the corner, actually, which you can do.
It'll be 10 laps to go when they come around.
That green car back there, Greg Biffle in the 16, he just ran his fastest lap of the race here, as we'll have 10 to go this time.
I think there's a point here when you get inside of 10 laps to go where you say, okay, I can't catch that guy. Then you start playing defense. You don't want to lose anything because you can't gain anything.
Boy, Harvick and Edwards, for starting in the back, they're going to come out of this race in great shape. They're 7th and 8th right now. Casey Kane is 11th.
All 3 of those cars starting in the rear. Nine to go this time. This is Clint Boyer in the 2 car. Battling on the inside of David Bruneman, 99. They touched here on the front stretch about to start finish line. You're clear.
Rudiman says, okay, if you want it that bad, go on.
Just have at it.
Yeah.
You know, right now, our top 5, they're almost evenly spaced with each other.
Denny Hamlin's mom, Mary Lou, hoping for his first super speedway victory in the Busch Series. He did win on the road course at Mexico City.
Got a great car tonight, and he's done an outstanding job starting on the pole. Has anybody won a Busch race from the pole?
Not this year.
It's been a while.
I tell you, this is one joint, Larry, and you know this. Qualifying is usually pretty indicative. What's
Chase Sauter.
Oh, my gosh.
And Tim Sauter.
And Steve Park in the 31 was involved. So
there's a whole bunch more back here, too, Larry. Now, didn't we see these 2 cats run over each other about a week ago?
In Richmond.
In Richmond?
And Johnny was involved in that time too. It was all three Sauter brothers.
Look at that.
Mike Wallace in the one, Todd Cleaver in the 06 involved.
Well, Johnny used to drive the one, so it's almost like he was involved. Oh, gosh.
Poor old Steve Park coming down pit road in the 31 car. He's got damage.
And Todd Cleaver as well. 3M car. We may go to overtime. 7 laps to go right now. Here's how these two Sauter brothers, they've raced each other hard all night long.
My goodness.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was reversed at Richmond. Jay got in the back of Tim at Richmond last week.
I believe you're right.
Well, you just can't run into people like that here at Darlington. Pretty limited amount of grip anyway, and then you give a guy a shot like that, he's going to go around.
And actually, Jay, the 01 car, was still on the lead lap. Tim Sauter in the 36 was a couple of laps down.
This is, brother, oh brother, where art thou?
2 weeks in a row. Anybody want to go to Mother's Day dinner at the Sauters?
It'll be interesting.
It will. Wow.
That's heavy impact for that 01 car.
Yeah,
They just started stacking up behind him.
2 more cars involved to the inside. One was Mike Wallace. Couldn't see the other in the smoke. There's Jay, who was okay. I guess Todd Cleaver was the other.
The 06 car. That's Mike Wallace and Todd Cleaver got together.
I think the 03M car's got that much damage. Put some tires on her and get her back out there.
So there's 3 drivers from Wisconsin, 1 from Missouri, 1 from New York in that crash.
Now, the one thing we do know that we're within, whether we go to overtime or not, we're within that 10-lap window of the end. The one thing is Matt Kenseth, McMurray, Mark Martin, Biffle, they will not have to fight with lap down cars because it'll be a down finger restart, single file restart, lead lap cars only to the front. Katie Kenseth, Matt's wife.
You know, nice Friday night crowd here.
Big crowd.
Hats off to Chris Browning and his staff, who have a sellout for tomorrow night's Nextel Cup race. And they've got a big crowd here along the front stretch from turn 4 down to that new turn 1 grandstand. And you notice that folks are not leaving.
You know what I like about guys like Chris Brown, these guys here at this racetrack, though, and some others? Don't talk about what you don't have. Talk about what you do have. And I think that's what they need to do here, is talk about the great history, keep working on this place, upgrading it, and we'll have some great races here for years to come.
And Chris is working hard at it with the capital that he's allowed to invest here. They were sandblasting the exit of the tunnel to repaint it. They found an airlift and a pure oil painting on the wall, advertising painting on the wall, and they said, that's cool, that's part of our history. So instead of paint over it, they've preserved it.
I like it.
I do too. Speaking of preserved, that line from Chris Myers. Here's Dick.
Oh boy, indeed. Dave Rogers is Denny Hamlin's crew chief. Question for you: can you hold him off?
I don't know. We're real pleased with this Rockwell Automation Chevrolet. Denny Hamlin's done a great job all day. He's raced the racetrack when people have gone by us. He's been patient. We got 5 to go. It's Darlington. Anything can happen, but I like our chances.
Yeah, and indeed, he was worried about the car pushing a little bit. We told you about that, but just a little while ago, Denny Hamlin keyed the radio and thanked this man for giving him a great race car. So 5 to go. We'll see if he can hold on to that lead, Mike.
Thanks, Dick. Hamlin is 25. He finished 5th in the Busch Series last season. And his 2nd place at Richmond last Saturday night moved him into 1st place in the Nextel Cup rookie standings. So, boy, is he on a roll.
And his crew chief's exactly right. Think about in the race early there, that bad restart. He lost 2 or 3 spots. He didn't panic. He just took his time. He's lost a couple of spots on several of those restarts. And here he is, when it counts, out front.
We talked about it earlier. A year and a half ago, he made his very first Busch Series start here at Darlington, end of 2004. A year and a half later, he won the Budweiser Shootout at Daytona back in February. He wins the road race at Mexico earlier in the year, and quite a whirlwind this career.
But look at the man he's got to beat. Matt Kenseth has 7 top 7 finishes this year with a best of 2nd at Las Vegas. He has not been to victory lane in the Busch Series this season. In fact, his last Busch Series win was right here a year ago. So that's 17 starts. No checkered flag for Kenseth.
You know, Kenseth, there's the Jack Roush, Matt Kenseth's car owner. You know, Matt Kenseth, he's not racing necessarily for points. He runs the limited schedule. He pretty much rolls in here every week to win the race.
in his last 10 Darlington starts. 2 wins. Top 8 finishes in all of the last 10 starts here.
And you see the windshield in his car. You got a glare off of it there, and just how dirty the windshield gets here. This is one of the toughest racetracks to keep the windshield clean that we go to. This is just in the race tonight. You can imagine what it's going to be like for 500 miles. They do have tear-offs, but they sure get dirty. Clean those tires up. You hear them spinning the tires, getting all the debris off of them. That is so critical on these last restarts.
Now, we're not yet into a shootout. They'll cross the line for lap 143. That'll be 4 to go. They will take the green flag with 3 to go, which means if there is another caution, we still could have a shootout.
Actually, we're going to get the green flag with 2 to go. So it'll be like a green-white checkered, but regulation right now.
You're exactly right. That's what I get for reading the scoring monitor. When
I see everybody back here, though, Larry, Mike, everybody, Kenseth and McMurray and all of them are really cleaning up their tires. I haven't seen Hamlin get that aggressive on cleaning his up. He may be waiting until he gets to the back straightaway so he knows he's got all the debris off of it.
As we mentioned, there'll be no lap down cars to the inside since we're within 10 laps of the end of the race, so all the lead lap cars up there at the front.
But still, I believe, Larry, we'll get a restart with 2 to go, so we could still have a shootout.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If something happens before the white flag, then we can go into overtime.
Boy, what's that hanging down under Mark's car there? Why are we getting down on our knees?
I don't know.
See the monitor better.
Let's see Darryl and I both crawling down on the floor.
I got 2 words for you.
It's been a
full moon.
I got 2 words for you. Long day.
We're down on our knees looking under the car like we can see something.
Here we go.
All right, let's go racing, boys.
Can Denny Hamlin get his first Super Speedway Busch win? Can Matt Kenseth get his first win in a year? How about Jamie McMurray, Mark Martin, Greg Biffle? Here we go.
Boy, Denny Hamlin got a pretty good restart. McMurray in his 64 car looks to the inside of Kenseth, but he'll have to fall back in line.
Now, you know what I think Kenseth did, Larry? He laid off of the 20 car there, Hamlin, just a little bit, thinking he'd get a nice run down into turn 1 and get that big run off of turn 2. But Denny is too much. He's just too much. He's too fast for these guys. He's just much faster.
Boy, Kenseth in the 17 tried to drive it in there that time. It went up the racetrack just a little bit. White flag, 1 to go.
White flag, 1 to go. Clear by 2.
And Hamlin is pulling away.
Yeah, he's got it. He gets off turn 2 here. That's a really critical spot. Gets off there okay, no problem. I think it pretty well settled.
Clear by 3.
Just did a great job on those restarts there at the end. Done a great job all night. Didn't panic when he got behind, and here he comes.
Happy Mother's Day, Mary Lou.
Yeah, give me that checkered flag, boys. Hey, when Mama's happy, everybody's happy.
Denny Hamlin gets his first NASCAR Busch Series oval track and super speedway victory.
Whoa, what happened here?
Just a big old celebration.
Second career win. First time anybody has won from the pole in the Busch Series this year.
We haven't said a word about his hand tonight, and that's only been a week ago.
You know what? Once it heals, they're going to make him run around that truck again. Nick Berggren.
Mary Lou, how's that for a Mother's Day present?
Couldn't be better.
All right, good. She didn't want to do anything. She's really anxious to get to victory lane. Go see your son. Be the first time he gets to celebrate a victory on American soil.
That's right. His first win came on the road course at Mexico City.
Well, he did win the Bud Shootout. Let's don't forget that.
Oh, yeah.
In the Cup Series, correct.
Yeah, in the Cup Series.
It is the second NASCAR Busch Series win at Darlington for Joe Gibbs Racing. We'll be back to celebrate after this.
He's got the burnout down, Pat.
Learned that on the computer.
The Busch 200 on FX is presented by Star Motorcycles. We build it, you make it your own. And brought to you in part by Red Lobster. And by Mountain Dew Racing. Get fueled by Dew.
When we set out to build an entirely new type of motorcycle, We looked everywhere for inspiration, except to convention. The 113 cubic inch fuel-injected Star Roadliner. We build it, you make it your own. Test drive one today at participating Yamaha dealers. Now get a 5-year warranty plus low 5.9% financing on any Roadliner or Stratoliner.
It's 30 shrimp at Red Lobster. Mix and match 2 irresistible favorites from Decadent Scampi, hand-breaded, shrimp pasta, or new spicy Cajun shrimp. That's 30 shrimp for $11.99.
A John Deere 100 series can be yours starting at $13.99. Welcome to the John Deere neighborhood. Now available in more stores than ever. See the full line at johndeere.com.
FX talks with the cast of Rescue Me about what it's like to portray real-life heroes.
We realize when we're complaining about wearing bunker gear in 90-degree heat, exactly how amazing what these people do for a living actually is.
There truly is a brotherhood amongst these guys because of what they do for a living. It's life and death.
We expect them to be superheroes, and the truth of the matter is they're not superheroes. They're just men, and I'm proud to be representing them on this show.
The season premiere of Rescue Me, Tuesday, May 30th at 10, only on FX.
The lady in black tamed by 25-year-old Denny Hamlin, who said his hand, although still wrapped, didn't bother him after a good run last week. He held onto the wheel rather well tonight. Now time for the Red Lobster catch of the race, and a good move by Denny Hamlin and his crew, winning the race off pit road. He, in the end, holding on to defeat Matt Kenseth and Jamie McMurray. Hamlin led 38 laps. Let's go down to victory lane. Matt Yoakum is down there with the win.
And 2 years ago, Denny Hamlin came to Darlington. First Busch start, scored an 8th place finish, and J.D. Gibbs quickly signed him up for this number 20 team. Mexico City was big, but you wanted to win on an oval, and you couldn't pick a better place than Darlington.
Yeah, it's great. To do this in Rockwell Automation's home is no better place to do it. Can't say enough for the crew. I was just really patient on all those runs. I'd let everybody go, and we'd come flying up through there after about 30 laps. And when we needed to go in the restart, we did, and we had the best car at the end. And just like thank Chevrolet, Rockwell Automation, everyone who supported this whole Busch program. Dave Rogers did a great job. The whole pit crew get me out in the lead. I can't say enough for them.
Big place for you because this is where you got the ride, but also big night for your mom and dad.
Yeah, it really is. To do this for Mom on Mother's Day is great. Happy Mother's Day, Mom and Grandma and all my aunts and everything. Man, can't believe we're here.
And your mom's on her way here to Victory Lane. An 8th, a 7th, and now a 1st here at Darlington. Steve?
With Matt Kenseth, and Matt, was it just a matter of not enough time to catch the 20 car? If you had more laps, could you have got him?
I don't know. I would like to think so, but our American West Fusion was really good. I've been having a lot of fun with Jimmy Fanning racing. The crew guys did a lot better than last week. We just need just a little bit. I think if we would have been in front of Denny, I don't think he could have got around us. Jamie had a real strong car all night. When he got behind in the pits, he couldn't get it back either. So just not enough time. Just 2 shorter runs. I think 20 laps I maybe could have done it, but I couldn't get anything done in 2 laps. I was just a little too loose.
Thank you, Matt. Let's go to Dick Berger.
Tonight, driving Rusty Wallace car. Congratulations. Good night for you.
Yeah, this is the same car we ran at Vegas and Fontana. It's been my favorite car, and we've run really well. But so I'm choking on my Coke here. We saved it for here because I love this racetrack, and we traditionally run well here. So I'm pretty excited because we ran a little different setup than traditionally what guys run here, and just always trying to get ahead. And got the same setup in my Cup car for tomorrow night. So pretty excited about it.
Good to see you running so well. Mike, Larry Darrell, go to it.
Thanks, Dick.
Long night.
9 caution flags. Kevin Harvick starts in the back, finishes 7th, increases his point lead. Denny Hamlin gets a big win. Nice night.
Oh, listen, the rookies continue to impress. These guys drive like they've been doing this their whole lives. Actually, they have.
And I tell you what, Matt Kenseth talked about it. If he could have beat Denny Hamlin off pit road on the last pit stop, it could have been different, but Dave Rogers, that group, they got the job done, had that #1 pit spot, and never relinquished the lead.
Good strategy, good car, great race.
Still wonder what was dragging under Mark Martin's car. We'll see if we can spot it here.
We were looking, but we could never see it. It was under there, but we couldn't quite see it.
Point standings on Full Moon Friday night. Kevin Harvick with a big lead, Chris, as we pack up and get ready for tomorrow night.
And Paul Menard, the highest ranking of the Busch Series regulars. Darlington, a special track to me is what Denny Hamlin said coming into this race. He said it was the catalyst for his career a couple of years ago. Going to be the catalyst for him in the Cup race tomorrow night. He will start 5th after his victory this evening.
I think it very easily could, Chris. I think this is the kind of confidence right now that this young man's been looking for. He's been running stronger and stronger with that little injury to his hand. Whether it's giving him a little bit more patience or whatever, it's been working in his favor. So as they said earlier, if he gets to running bad again, they may be looking to cut him one more time. But great run for this guy. Look for him tomorrow night to be strong.
One of the storylines, Casey Kane, Kevin Harvick, Carl Edwards all having to start from the back of the pack, and they all finished within the top 11. You'll want to be with us tomorrow. The Dodge Charger 500, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, starting and ending your day with coverage from Darlington on Speed. Coming up next, that 70s show. You'll see Jeff Hammond in tight leather pants doing a bad disco. I'm kidding. You know, I kid because I care. All right, Hammond's got no comeback. All right, 3 of the top 5 starters are rookies for tomorrow's race. Casey Kane will be on the pole tomorrow. Will Dale Earnhardt Jr. win back-to-back for the first time in his career? Will Jeff Gordon pull into victory lane for the first time this year? Gordon has won 6 times so far in his career at Darlington. NASCAR on Fox will have all the drama. Again, that's at 6:30 Eastern tomorrow evening. So Denny Hamlin, his second career Busch Series win. You'll see him in action tomorrow. We hope that you'll be with us for our entire crew, including Jeff Hammond from the Hollywood Hotel. We'll star in that 80s show tomorrow. I'm Chris Myers. Thanks for being a part of NASCAR on FX.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.